Hello and welcome back to A History of the Forgotten Realms. I've checked to make sure my mic is on this week before I started talking, and I'm gonna switch over. I didn't check the recording. I'm not recording, and I just switched over the vertical format. We're recording. We've switched over to the vertical format, and my mic is on. Killing it. We are already summoning Techna this week because we were having some serious audio problems, so I'm just knocking on all the wood if I can over here, hoping that things go well. I'm gonna run down my pre-stream to-do list over here and make sure I haven't forgotten anything else. Now everything else is good to go. Welcome back, you guys. It's been a long week. It's been a weirdly long week because we're working on a bunch of stuff. So, Vincent's working on the Patreon. Lauren made a bunch of new clips for you guys that I'm gonna get up on social media this week. I made a bunch of new emotes. I really wish that your audio would have been on so they could have heard that, Megan, because that was excellent timing. But yeah, we're working on all kinds of things, and I'm working 50 million days a week, so we're getting it done, but I'm glad to be here. Things have been rewritten. Let's see if I can manage to get as much out of this story as I could before. We're gonna see if I wrote everything to where it still makes sense. That being said, everyone say hi and welcome to your adventurers. Hello, adventurers.
Hello!
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody!
Hello, nurse.
That makes me think of this one might be too young for some of y'all, but excuse me, princess. That's my favorite.
That
one.
is not too young for anyone in this room. Most
I think
of us
Hello
know
Nurse is
what
older.
That is.
Okay.
Hello Nurse
Okay.
is older.
Yeah, that's the...
I'm blanking on
Legend of Zelda
Are you
CDI.
using a Wookiee?
Yeah.
Where'd you get a Wookiee?
I randomly found it.
I
Awesome.
randomly found it.
I'm opening up a second Twitch window in my browser, and I'm gonna see if it'll
Chewy.
approve the bread emoji at some point during the stream. We're gonna see.
Bread.
I found
Bread.
it.
Bread.
Viewer
Bread.
rewards. Emotes.
I still haven't figured out the Twitch.
Upload new.
That looks sus, man. I see like a foreign language in that on the first. No, I don't know what that is. I ain't doing that. This is a new computer.
Twitch.tv.
Twitch.tv.
Yeah.
Okay, and now we all know who the octogenarian is of the group.
Honestly,
Hey,
you
also,
said it,
do you
and the
remember,
first
though,
thing
that-
I thought was not that you're an octogenarian. It was, I do not control how the lobsters die. I do not control
Drake
the
and
die.
Josh.
The rate
I
at
control
which
the
lobsters die.
I control the lobster.
I don't know what Drake and Josh is.
Oh.
Yeah,
What you said?
it's about 10 years past your Nickelodeon viewing days.
The only thing that worth watching on Nickelodeon was Legend of the Hidden Temple.
I love Legends
Oh,
of the Hidden Temple.
okay.
I always wanted to be on that show.
I love that show too.
I mean,
I
same
don't know
though.
about Nickelodeon now, maybe not, but at the time.
I
used to be on Double Dare.
I used to be in a Discord server
Bruh.
where all of the colorful
No.
were the names of the teams on Legend of a Forbidden Temple. I think my role on that server was Silver Snakes.
Listen, I only watched that show for Olmec.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
auto resize, attack of op, bread,
The show had everything though. It had like the little
and
obstacle course. It had
upload.
trivia. It was great.
Okay,
I need
it's
to
pending
replace a cable in my
approval.
system. Lauren, you need to buy that camera cover. Oh my god.
I do. I'm putting you in the bag for now.
Ah, we're in the bag.
Not the bag!
I think the bag is me too, though.
She uses a bag. I use a
meme.
tissue. Like, you know.
Mine just
What the
toggles
heck
up and
is
down. I just push it down if I really needed to.
Okay, things are moving at a reasonable speed now that I've exited some of my
Ugh.
windows. I still have 5 minutes until I can swear. We got this. Everything
Perfect-
is in place.
perfectly
Things
normal.
are running correctly. Vincent, will you check how is our audio? Can you hear us all fine on the actual stream? Did I fix my issues completely?
Checking now. Give me a second here.
I'm not too miffed by having a little bit
Sounds
of a
good
slow
so far.
start. Perfect.
God, I hate the sound of my voice. I sound like a fucking Muppet.
Oh boy, gee, why don't you say that funny little word?
God damn it. Well, we're too late.
Again?
What, Muppet? That's a
I
perfectly
still
innocuous
have
word.
4
M-U-P-P-E-T.
minutes.
What are you listening to?
I mean, just said.
Okay.
Every
I love
every
that
time.
things are
Every
working
time.
correctly.
I'm just glad it hasn't been
There we
me,
go.
as far as I know. Which
If
is
there's
I
one
said
surprising.
in our
thing
first
that's
episode.
consistent, it's that someone
that?
will swear
It'll happen to
before the 15 minutes.
you.
Pharaoh's curse. Pharaoh's curse.
So,
Swear on the
Return
stream.
Okay, this is
slab.
making my life hell. I cannot get comfortable in my vest right now.
Return slab.
okay, but like, your tattoo is now on full display though, so it's a vibe.
Jesus Christ.
You got this. I believe in you. You can do it. There's a whole 2 desks there that you can put it on.
Hang on.
You have all the room.
Stu, is that a
Yes.
shirt over your lamp?
Yeah.
Will you, at some point, send me a picture of that lamp and the approximate dimensions, and I, for your birthday, will sew you a cool-ass little cover?
I'm actually gonna replace it here shortly.
Are you really?
I'm gonna get some LED lighting because that's big old bulb and it's just
It's
not conducive for the
flashbanging
gaming.
even back there.
Yeah.
Eric's hating on my little Pixar lamp here. He wants me to get rid of it. He's like, that's not a lamp. I'm like, what the hell it is?
That is
What do you mean?
absolutely a lamp. He can
It's a little
leave it the
Pixar
hell
lamp with
alone.
49ers on it. Like, why would I not use this? I mean, it's not good for streaming, but he still wants me to get rid of it because he doesn't understand it. I'm like, what's there not to understand? It's a light. It functions. It swivels.
It's adorable.
yeah.
It'll-
I'm gonna
Need
get
to
Heck
another
blows,
use
battle,
man.
die.
a couple more battle flags to do these dead areas here, and then put the
Mm.
LED strips in between, or something in that effect. So
Ooh,
We had plans.
What if you framed your like camera? What if you did it the frame of your camera so it like glowed inward on your whole background?
Kind of like
So,
what I
like,
did.
The corner over to just past your lamp, like a kind of square without a bottom.
Figured out.
Okay. I believe the last time I left you, you guys were still standing over a whole bunch of dead bodies. Is that correct?
Yeah, ruined a plan or two or something.
Yeah.
I don't know who's
Right.
responsible for that, but
we were
Some
we had
some
just
voice
dispatched
told us
some-
that we ruined things.
I mean, to be fair, it was a lot of writing. I don't remember most of my week because I was like, I'm working and I'm writing and I'm doing this, and then I would come home and I'd be like, I'm gonna do 50 million things. Why is it 3 in the morning? I need to go to bed. So, the fact that it was Wednesday and I didn't have work today was news to me.
It's amazing how time flies.
Journal.
I didn't ruin your campaign. You didn't ruin my campaign journal. I just had to tear 5 pages of notes out of the Happy Planner notebook.
So what I'm hearing is
it makes
we
it not so
ruined-
happy of a planner.
Yeah.
You can't have torn pages in a happy planner.
No, it's only a marginally agreeable planner at the moment.
Does not spark joy.
Okay. I gave you guys all of the loot that was on said bodies, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
If you can even
Yeah.
call it loot.
Yeah,
More
they
like
didn't
junk we
a
have to
whole
deal
lot.
with.
Yeah.
Loot for the pores.
We can do
So,
charity, right? Is that allowed?
It was more like pocket junk.
It was
Very
pocket
good.
change. For sure it was pocket change. To be fair, they didn't have a whole lot on them because they really weren't totally supposed to be fought and killed. So
Listen, I feel like at this
Wait,
point,
whoa, how are you gonna put us in a room full of people who want to kill us and not expect them to die?
I feel like at this
you
point
did.
we should always be prepared for us to fight and kill somebody.
I tried to
Look.
talk you out of that interaction
If I
3
don't have
separate
to.
times, and then Vince said, and I quote, "I've got a plan, let me cook."
At some point, you burn it, man.
And then
Sometimes you gotta
proceeds
take it
to
off.
whack
hear you,
the
Vince.
person we're not supposed to whack.
And now that plan has forever altered the history of
Of the
Icewind
realms, yeah.
And now we're getting in and out instead of having
Poor
dinner
Vince.
that I prepared for 5 hours.
Silence.
I mean,
That's
it is
actually-
a good dinner. I mean,
I
not
actually
gonna
do
lie.
that sometimes.
He's saying things. I can't hear them.
Yeah. No. I did see that.
Uh-oh.
I'm
More
waking on
Techna?
it.
There
Oh,
we
it
go.
is.
There we go.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, hang on, I gotta open voice
Techno!
function.
Someone broke concentration. There we go.
Alrighty. Well, you're still fairly early in the morning. We've had a little breakfast, a little side of murder. You got some pocket change.
It was self-defense.
Yes,
There
it was technically
is-
self-defense.
2 people waiting on you at the keep. You still have a 3rd person that Kelly has not yet met at the keep that you have freed from the stocks. There is the hag with the rat boy. And those are your options. What would you like to do with the rest of your rather victorious morning? There is not a person alive left in this guild hall, so if I may make one suggestion, it's that you lock the door and burn the building down behind you, or hide some bodies.
Well, first, I feel like because there was no chance to do it beforehand, Imre needs to tell them about her conversation with nature.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like
Oh,
that's
it's-
very important.
And now for my next trick. I'm going to make this body disappear. And Zipporah pulls a blanket and just covers one
Starts
body.
covering-
Actually, no, it's not even a blanket. It's like almost like a handkerchief, and she puts it over their face. One person's face.
They had a rough.
Uh,
They had a rough morning, or I should say, a rough evening, following into a rough morning. They all just were passed out. We had nothing to do with it.
is there a
They all got
basement
drunk
we
and
can drop
disoriented and
bodies
killed each
into?
other. Sounds like it would hang up or
You
hold up
can
and report
check.
to
Do you
me.
want to roll a perception and see?
I would love to.
Yeah, I would-
thank you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, can we find a basement, like a basement,
I got some great
storage
perception.
closet?
I have some fantastic perception. That is a nat 20.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you do a quick little lap around the guild hall. There's a hatch right behind the bar. It looks like it drops straight down into a decrepit wine cellar. You don't assume anyone will find it. The
Cool,
floor's pretty
let's-
dusty.
Cool. Let's open it up and drag and drop bodies.
Ooh, yeah.
all jack it off.
Are there any barrels down there too? Are there any barrels down there of wine?
I'm just thinking like,
Good
click.
question. Good question. I'd like to shoot that.
Like, are there barrels of wine down there?
Imre's perception doesn't cover you. Go ahead and roll perception for me.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was shared to the group. I didn't know if that was shared with the group.
No, there's not a group perception roll, unfortunately.
Oh, no,
Stu,
I
for a
thought, like,
second,
Imre-
I thought
I
I was
thought
having a
Imre-
stroke or something. You are so blurry for no good reason. I don't
I
know
was
what happened.
I was saying I thought
It's
Imre
probably the dome.
shared the information of down there with us. For perception, I got a 13.
Then I will let Imre decide. Megan, do you share that information with the group and answer Zipporah's question of are there barrels down there, or do you let her look?
Oh, I was just gonna say there's a cellar hatch we could probably ditch the bodies in. I wasn't thinking about like what's in the cellar.
Yeah, perhaps we should look for additional witnesses. before we just start shucking, bodies down there, Sweeney Todd style.
Well, is my question being, are there barrels of alcohol down there?
Did I look in the cellar? No. I found the door. Yes.
Would you
I have
like
not
to look
opened it
in the
yet.
cellar? Your perception will cover whatever you find.
Yes.
Okay. You stick your head down into the cellar, down a couple rungs of the ladder, and holy shit, what do you know? Yeah, there are barrels of alcohol down here.
There are barrels of wine down there.
All right, great. I think we should put the bodies down here. And anyone got any matches?
Let's
sure
maybe
we
not
wanna-
start another fire in the town.
Yeah, I don't think burning the place down would draw less attention to ourselves.
Oh no,
Yeah,
just the
I'd say-
basement. Just the basement.
That's not how
place is-
fire works, dear.
I'm
This place
highly
is
against
pretty
committing
decrepit and
arson.
run down. Yeah, this place is pretty decrepit and run down. I mean, not a lot of people are here. I feel like this was this dude's kind of home base, and no one else's. Maybe we just chuck the bodies
Yeah, they
down
were
there.
they were kind of flying
Perhaps
under
we
the radar.
save some of the
so-
barrels first, though. Can I roll a perception to see if there's any not trapdoors, but like alleyways, like kind of like smugglers pass underground, whatever,
Sure, go ahead and roll.
to get some of these barrels out inconspicuously.
Yeah.
And is my passive? Wait, what do I add to this? +3.
Perception.
11 plus 14.
14. Yeah, when you look down into this cellar, you do notice that there is seemingly a hatch through which you can drag barrel-sized objects in order to stock said cellar. Everyone say hi.
Can I
Eric,
tell
welcome
from that-
home.
With that perception roll, can I tell where exactly those drops come from or go to?
Yeah, it looks like it just kind of opens with a fairly simple lock into the back alley. It would appear, based on the scrape marks of the floor, that they've just been dragging the barrels horizontally into the cellar from the alley.
Okay.
It's
Shall,
not,
shall we save a barrel?
It's not entirely person-sized down here. It's a little cramped, especially for you. You hunched.
Okay.
So cramming a bunch of bodies in that hole is going to be kind of very problematic.
Oh, they'll fit if you
Well,
just
okay.
shove them down there.
Especially if you're gonna
It's
blow
a
the place
deep
up
cellar.
anyway.
It's just not a tall
Oh, okay.
cellar.
Well, I start dragging a body over.
I'll grab.
I'm gonna-
Imre will grab the legs, so it doesn't make too much noise.
I'm gonna grab the dude I turned into a Pez dispenser.
All right, you drag
Hello.
him over the. It's two bodies down
And
the
just
hatch. Hello, Tiberius.
I grab
Zipporah-
I'll grab another body.
Zipporah's gonna start reach into her sleeve and start doing that thing where you constantly start pulling out more and more handkerchiefs, and then she's
Okay.
gonna use that to kind of tie either the legs of one of the bodies and just drag
Okay.
it that way. And when she reaches the stairs, she's just untie it and just push it down the stairs.
Okay, as you hit.
Fire in the hole!
No, you have to shout it three
wait.
directions.
Oh, sorry. Wait, is it 4 or 5?
12?
Oofa.
From the bottom of the cellar, you just hear one of the bodies go, ah! No, I'm kidding. I'm
alive?
kidding.
I was gonna say,
I'm
Jesus.
I was about to say.
That's kind of
We're
torture, not
fucking
just
undead now,
work
I
to the
think.
joint.
One of the body
That one's
screams,
definitely not
I
the
die.
Oh no!
If one of the bodies started screaming, I'd be getting the fuck out of there. Oh,
Yeah.
Is there any more? Is there any more bodies out in the open, or are we?
We'll see. You've moved them all at this point fairly handily.
Okay. And close the hatch over. I'd look to see if there's like a carpet or anything to place over it.
There is a really dingy, blood-stained rug in the middle of the room.
I drag that over and I like kind of place it over the hatch to make it look
wait!
like there's.
Before you do that, I clean the blood with prestidigitation.
Okay. How long does that last?
Wait, are we burning the place down or are we not burning the place down? Because why are we getting rid of blood evidence if we're torching the joint?
We are not
I
burning the place
don't-
down.
We're not
They
burning.
said we're
it.
not
I
torching it.
Okay.
So
so-
comfortable with arson, to be honest.
I just didn't know where we landed.
Let me
I
look
mean,
at it.
Doc's open to the idea of setting things on fire. You know, he's just. It's not the right
Mm,
time.
The
I mean-
duration
gotta
for
land this fish.
prestidigitation is an hour.
Time.
Killing is one thing, but setting
it-
things on fire.
That's where we
duration
draw
is
the
an
line. It's
hour.
arson.
In an hour, the blood will reappear, just so you're aware.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, at least we're safe for that 1 hour.
No one will be any of the wiser.
I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot
So, yeah, I'll-
of covered crap in here. I don't know that anyone would actually tell the difference. Old blood, new blood. This place is so stained down to the grain of the boards of the floor. I don't know that anyone would actually notice.
Cool.
Isn't that like
Okay,
a health
sweet.
violation somewhere?
Health code violation, yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
think
don't
they have
know
health
that
code in
Faerun has
don't-
OSHA.
Fosha,
We don't even
you
have
know?
OSHA anymore.
I feel like there's a faux
Fantasy OSHA, FOSHA.
That's yeah, there you go. Faerunian OSHA.
Safety. Oh, occupational health and safety.
Faerun
I can't think of
occupational
a
health and
good
safety.
one.
I finished putting the carpet down and making it look like, you know, not a murder scene. And like, all right, guys, I think we're done here. We should probably exfiltrate this location.
Yeah, that's
For
Yeah.
anyone that
before we
has
do
ads
that-
still on,
Should we
this
go
is your
through
3-minute
should we go through the
warning.
back door?
Yeah, before we do that, so I funny story. Heard another voice in my head. Yay. But it was nature this time. So better?
I suppose.
Nature could include tornadoes, so it depends.
Are
Nature
we talking Oak Father or are we talking
Girl Master?
Nature.
Like what?
just nature. Anyway, basically they told me that like there's this thing called the black ice, the thing that you mentioned, Roosevelt. And it's corrupting and destroying the nature of this land, and the tribes are at war, and something is seeking power here. And it said that we need to find the tribe of the elk so they can put us on the right path to righting the wrongs. So I think that's probably important. And I heard another voice in my head, and I'm a little worried about my mental state now. So what do you guys think?
I mean, multiple voices. That's generally not
Yeah.
great.
One voice was a lot. This I think I don't know. I
You're up
think
to 3 now, or
Yeah, 2.
I mean, if you're
Let's
counting
not
their
make it
own.
turkeys.
I mean, you'll have
Also,
enough for a barbershop
Megan,
quartet soon.
because you spent some time in the Golden Grove, would
Mhm.
assume this to be the voice of Mieliki, who is the daughter of Sylvanas. She is also known as the
Oh.
Lady of the Forest.
How do you spell that?
That is a pretty
M-I-E-L-I-K-K-I.
fucking name.
All right.
And she's known as, what was her other pseudonym?
The Lady of the Forest.
Oh, I can't write very fast today.
Also,
Oh
it
my
will
God.
please you guys to know that I went to take some freaking pain meds for my head earlier and didn't pay attention to what I was filling my glass with, and I filled it with hot water.
Shoot.
Could have been worse.
That was terrible
That's just-
because I didn't feel it through the bottom of the glass at first, and I went to swig my freaking naproxen. I was just like, ah! Who takes pills with warm water?
Crazy
gross.
people.
I mean, with tea, it's
Yeah,
flavor infused hot
That's
water.
different. Flavor infused is a little
That's
different.
hot leaf juice.
Also, yeah, I guess you take a different swig of it if you're expecting it to be cold or room temp versus hot.
Correct.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
that's-
shouldn't keep doing that on camera.
Probably not.
I feel like we've heard a lot about this tribe of the elk. Maybe we should actually, talk to them. Go out and
Yeah,
seek them
there's
out.
the,
Unless there's something you guys know that I don't.
There's the gentleman we freed from the stocks. Is from,
Hanger.
from that tribe.
Hanger. I remember.
Well, I understood they needed assistance as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe we can help each
I-
other out. Who is this
I do
contact
wanna-
you guys have at the keep I have not met?
That would be a hanger.
I do want to go talk to Slim.
Hangers, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
H-E-N-G-A-R.
I wanna push Slim for some more-
Oh, that's
Eisenvard.
not how.
A-E-S.
That's not how
Well, that's his
N-
name, not the name of the structure.
Yes. No, the structure is the keep. The man's
Okay, so I was
name
correct.
is
Okay,
Hanger.
we said hangers. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking hangers, as in like, oh, I didn't realize.
I thought like hanger like clothes.
Well, I'm thinking of like the Tustin blimp hangers that I've got literally in my backyard here. So
Hi, hand.
I'm sorry. What is hangers last name?
Oh, it made it worse.
Oh,
I'm all
Oh my
sorts of-
God.
Womp.
Doc
Yeah,
is
we
going
should
to a
use
Stick
dream
your hand
sequence.
up and then slowly bring it away.
Oh wait. Oh, it cleared up for like 1 second.
Slow.
Dun it.
Slowly towards
Dun
your
it. Dun 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 it.
Better.
No. Better, but yeah, when you do it, start here, wait for your palm to clarify, and then slowly all the way back to your forehead, and then you'll watch your face come into focus. Once your face is in focus, you can bring your hand down.
It just feels like an optometry exam.
Use the force.
Better or worse or the same?
There we go.
There we go. That's
These
better.
are not the
Oh.
adventures you're looking
Nice,
for.
Mutcher.
You want to go home and rethink your setup.
Oh, yeah, we're past May the 4th. Happy belated May the 4th, everyone.
You want to subscribe and help us
You want to like,
gain
follow, and
things from our
subscribe.
throne. Oh wait, the eyebrow is
You want to get Stu and Megan new computers. That is one of the things on the throne, by the
Alright.
way, is new computers for the both of you.
I would like to try to interrogate Slim some more after more talk of were rats from
Yes.
Mr.
Has
Near
Time to go
Headless
visit
over
the
there.
Time to go
Yeah.
visit the hag.
So
Well, we can go
Hag
visit the
first,
hag.
then-
We can go to Hanger.
also,
yeah, we'll his tag first, then the keep.
I feel like we should
Those
call her
of
by her name and not
you-
the.
who cast magic in this battle last week, I forgot to mention because I was just so busy getting my ass kicked. Give me a second to
Sorry.
open my page.
We work to you.
Oh my god, it's going so slow because I told it can only use so many resources. I'm gonna close Owlbear Rodeo and see if it makes it move a little faster. Yeah, just a hair. Okay. I may have had to create a new creature show. gotta roll with me for a minute here because her stat block takes up an entire page.
Oh.
Yeah. It's pretty
God.
cute in my opinion.
Good
I hope it
times.
doesn't kill us.
Come on.
Oh, yeah,
Come on.
I should mark up. I should mark up.
Yeah, mark off
I'm
any
okay.
spells.
Yeah, I should mark up. Yeah, because I did use wounds, so.
I think I reloaded my page.
So you also increase your hit points by 5 for the next 8 hours. So until the end of this
I
session,
wish
you have 5 more hit
Oh,
points.
yes.
You can add it to your
Oh,
temporary
yay!
hit point box, and that's for anyone who used any kind of magic in that last battle.
Oh,
What does that
Fancy.
mean? Why are we getting this?
For reasons.
I'm
You really gonna
I'm
look a
pretty
gift
sure
hit
I know
point
why.
in the mouth?
No, I'm just
Yes,
scared as
that's-
to.
I'm gonna guess my blood curse doesn't count though.
That's a really good question. Does it have a type of magic attached to it? Does it count as casting a
Hemocraft.
spell?
Hemomancy. Yes.
Yeah.
Then,
Then,
yeah.
Yeah.
You also get 5 temporary hit
Oh,
points.
okay. All right.
I don't believe I used any magic last time. I think I used brute force.
I believe so.
Correct.
Accurate.
That seems like my MO.
I don't think I used my hidden ace, but I think I used my spell slot though.
You
Yeah,
It
did.
deleted all of my
You
little
used,
markings.
Yeah, you use a spell slot
Hunger
for
of
arms
She
of
called
the
out
arm.
not.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she
'Cause
called
I
out
know
not
I
using
know I
the
have
ace.
like the one that's on the hidden ace charge still that I put
Yeah,
this
you
morning.
did use the arms of Hadar.
But you used it as a spell slot, not your
All
hidden
right.
ace. You are correct.
Uh-huh.
Herder.
And
Go off to Slim then.
I'm trying to remember. Never mind. I think I should.
Yes, to Slim Pickens.
Oh, I love that song.
Thinking the guy writing the nuke from Doctor Strangelove.
What?
Not to be confused with the guy riding the nuke from Armageddon.
Yeah.
What?
God.
This whole time I was thinking of Sabrina Carpenter.
Or Fat
Got
Boy
space
Slim.
dementia.
Oh, Fat Boy Slim. Love that man.
Who
say
are
you
these
guys can
people?
refer to the apothecary fairly easily. People who are way older than you. Sorry. Armageddon hit theaters as a blockbuster when Stu was still in high school.
Oh my god.
I feel like 90. I feel like it was like 98, 99.
Something like that.
Independence Day.
Oh. It's not like
Yeah.
we don't have handy dandy computers in our phone.
Armageddon, 1998. Called it. I was 11.
8.
I was
five.
I was this many.
Is that 4 or 3?
That's 4.
I think that's
It's 4
4.
in the most annoying way
Okay.
possible.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I
Well,
couldn't
yeah.
tell if you were using the 4 as like as the
It's
6,
many.
not the 6, the thumb.
It's
Yeah,
mean.
I
Thumb as
always
a
use
four.
my thumb as a counting digit.
18. I could vote.
I wasn't
High
even an
school.
idea.
I'll say you guys make your way over to the apothecary fairly easily, and as you stroll on in the door, a cute little brass bell rings as you swing open the pretty blue door. And you just kind of walk in, and she's so excited to see you. She's, oh, welcome back, dearies. Is there anything I can do for you? Don't tell me you returned so quickly for nothing. You're not hurt, are you?
No, I was
No.
wondering if we could talk to wee Slim.
Well, yes, let me... Hold on just a second. And she goes to the back, and she brings out, by the scruff of its neck, a fat rat.
No high chair?
She wasn't lying. She stuck him in the rat form.
No. The high chair is still in here. She walks over to it. It's now a piece of decoration. And plops his ass down and goes, well, it appears that someone still needs to learn something from you. Look at that. You're useful after all. He's all yours, dearies. I'm gonna go get to work.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Reardon kind of just shuffles off and goes back to working and organizing, putting things in jars.
So, Slim. Also, mind you, I am still in drag. I am still, like...
I forgot about that. Hang on, let me...
Bud's bunnied the
Hold,
fuck out.
please.
Yeah, I am...
Hold up the
Okay,
image.
back on the stream.
Still...
There we go.
We have not had a chance to go back to the keep yet, so I'm still in drag. Just...
It's a vibe.
Oh, Slim.
It's a vibe.
What, I have some questions for you about Baelish.
Do you have an actual?
Yes! Yep. What are you
It's
looking at?
It's
Wait.
on their
No, Stu,
character
you're already...
model.
No.
Did you pull it out of your pocket, or did you like do the Ren Fair?
Pull it out of your-
Just play, just...
Yes.
Yeah, it's no.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I do declare.
When
When
you
Had
saw
I
a good
not
friend of
been
yours.
turned into a rat, I'd say that's the most strange thing I've seen today. But I think yours took more
Well, you
effort
need to get
than
out more.
mine.
You need to get out more. Unfortunately, you won't be. You're stuck here now.
Yes, thank you. I'm beginning to come to terms with that.
That being said, we talked to your man Baelish, and he mentioned you were hired by him.
If you're asking, I'm going to assume he's no longer with us.
No, his neck's no longer. It turns out he has a very weak neck, and no longer holding his head to his body.
I hate to call an emergency timeout, but I'm gonna need an ice pack.
Oh no.
Sudden pain. I'll be right there. Which
Oh,
size?
no.
Big or small?
Big, please.
Okay.
Some sort of blanket or wrapper. Holy God.
Did you pull? Oh my God! Did you pull something?
I went to physical therapy this morning, and she was working on some things, and I told her, I was like, hey, just so you know, if you go too hard, like, my body will flare up later, like, this won't be an immediate thing. And, yeah,
no.
sure as shit, it's been about 6 hours, and my back just said hello.
Oh, your little gasset Logan running over here. He's like he jumped off the couch and now he's sitting
Sweet
next to me because he heard you're like.
baby. Thank
Buddy.
you for checking on
When
me,
I'm-
buddy.
When I'm like watching a movie or something, or like even playing a video game, and something shocks me, and I go, he immediately
And I
like looks
also
at me like I'm in
A bowl
trouble.
of gummy worms.
Baby. Come on. You're such a good boy. Want to say hi? You want to come up here and say hi? No.
I didn't need the whole bag, dear God.
Say hi.
You get the whole bag.
Apparently.
Okay, you go back to your couch.
Finagle this.
You got a bunch of new
behind me
toys.
here. I see that. He got a new lammy.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, he's destroyed 5 lamb chops. So we'll see if the big one he doesn't destroy. So far, he has not
Logan,
touched it.
5 lammies in 6 months? Buddy.
5 lammies in 5 months. 1 each month.
The death toll.
It's actually pretty good longevity for those toys. They plushies don't last that long in my house.
Whew. Okay, now that I have ice on my back, He kind of... Well, if he's no longer with us, I suppose I am free to tell you about my contract. Considering I'm never getting out of here, I could be persuaded to give you information in exchange for... not rat kibble.
Emery is going to pull an arrow off of her back and point the tip underneath his chin and say, "You'll tell us for nothing."
He pulls his fat little rat chin back into his neck. I will tell you whatever you want to know. You're right. Absolutely, lady.
Wonderful. And then she's going to flip it and put it back in her.
So Nature Girlie is a little crazy. We could have just given him a morsel of bread.
Doc just looks at like her outburst and just like, huh, that is unexpected.
I didn't expect that from myself, but not from that one. That's a true sociopath. We need to keep an eye on that one.
Valish decided that apparently the best way to get power in this town was to take it from underneath the current ruling class. So he hired me and my boys and my dear ladies to, instead of be pirates... Yes, just let that sink in. They were were-rat pirates.
Pirates!
They were literally rats in the bilges.
Sure.
I didn't write
Makes sense.
this. This is in the campaign. This is not a thing I had to rewrite, by the way.
Oh, no, totally checks out. Checks out.
So he hired us to sow some discord, since that's what we're best at. Unfortunately, now my crew will be missing their captain. Though it seems fortunately for all of you, the town will be missing a challenger for speaker.
Why is that
Tell
unfortunate
me.
for us?
Well, it seems that you wanted to come in here and kill anything that moves, so I assumed you wanted more. Tell me,
we did try
No.
talking.
is the Lady Duvessa safe?
We haven't exactly talked to her yet.
I don't
That's the
believe we
only
have.
thing Valish is after, is power.
Well, he's not getting it now.
Certainly
He's-
not. Though
We
I
should
will
probably go
say,
check in.
Without a captain, my men are acting purely on orders and instinct, and I can make no promises as to the safety of your 10 little towns. Tell me, can you be 10 places at once? Are you willing to risk it?
What do those 10
Actually-
places encompass? 10 square feet, or
Do
what
any
kind
of
of
those
range are we talking
do any
about?
of those 10 places have abandoned buildings? Because then we could be 10 places at once.
He is making reference to the 10 towns, which is the largest township of all of Icewind Dale. You are currently in one of the 10 towns. You are in Bryn Shander, which is the only location of a keep within Icewind Dale, as it is the largest of the 10 towns.
Hmm.
And is Dubessa not here with us in this township? She's in one of the other 10.
No, she's here. You guys just haven't spoken to her yet. They went to speak to her the session before you got here, but they went there at like 9:00 at night, so the building was already closed up for the night.
And we just never got around to going back to talk to her.
Yeah, we went to straight murdering. So
Also, I think
gotta-
I
To be
might
fair-
have to get the iceberg because this is beginning to feel too small for the problems that are caused in this campaign. The
What's the iceberg?
It's this, but like 6 by 6 by 6.
What is that? Is it like a gelatinous
Like
cube?
dice jail?
Yeah, it's called a Nido. Hmm.
It looks like a gelatinous cube.
Oh,
a-
I've seen Nido.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
a mimetic
It
material.
is!
So you can
Oh.
deform
Yeah, it's,
it, and it'll
it's a
come back
squishy
to
ball
shape.
of
And you,
stress
like-
ball.
You, like,
Horrifyingly,
Stick your eye.
it's also non-Newtonian. So if you
Yeah.
throw it at something, it gets harder.
It gets hard.
So if I punch
Love me
this,
my
Interesting.
non.
it will hurt my hand. But if I squish it, I'm fine. But yeah, it always comes
I
back.
Yeah,
love
non-Newtonian fluids are
non-Newtonian
awesome.
fluids.
Interesting.
Weird.
But yeah, there's a 6 by 6 by 6 one. This is the nice cube, and they have the niceberg. And I'm pretty sure if you throw it hard enough, it'll sink the Titanic again.
I mean the Titanic too.
I'd say if it was a Titanic.
The Titanic.
Titanic, but there's two Y's and they're both Roman numerals.
Uh, you know,
Somebody
you keep
call
talking about
IXII.
you keep talking about your crew. We're landlocked.
Yeah, you would have to have a boat. Where's your boat? That just makes no sense.
We are landlocked.
You're not actually
Yes.
landlocked. The town that you're in is further inland. But 2 of the 10 towns are harbor cities, and you're not terribly far from them.
We may as well be landlocked at that point. That town is landlocked.
Let's see.
I've never
where
seen a
his
map of
ship
Icewind Dale,
is.
so I have no input here.
Let's see.
Maybe
where
we
his
just
ship
go
is docked.
pirate hunting and sink their ship.
Man, we have so many other things we gotta do.
We could just take their ship.
Let's see here.
Fuck it, we ball.
I just imagined a ball with the Wii remote controls in it.
Fuck it, we ball.
Wii ball. Wii ball. Is there a compatible Wii ball?
Wait, what is the name of the town we're currently in?
Bryn,
Bryn
Bryn, Shander, spelled like it sounds.
Jesus, I heard that all wrong.
You've got to be shitting me. It literally isn't telling me where his fucking ship is. You guys gotta ask me the only questions I don't know. Fuck.
I sunk his ship last month.
Here we go. Lac Denishire.
What?
Which says to me that they're pirates of a lake? I think Lac Denishire is a lake.
Be locked in a shear.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're lake pirates?
They're
Oh,
fucking
yeah, that's
lake pirates.
Okay.
That's
To be fair,
That's
if we're
sad.
talking like
To be fair, it's a
the
really
Great
big
Lakes?
lake. It's like, yeah, a Great Lake type
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, like a Great Lake.
if it's like the size of one of the Great Lakes, like that actually tracks. Like there are shipping routes there.
Oh yeah, there's been
Unironically.
shipwrecks on the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still a ship that they can't figure out what it's wrecked on, how it's wrecked, or how to get it unstuck. So now they're like, well, guess it's haunted.
Cute.
ship's haunted.
But yeah, when you ask him where's your ship, he just looks at you like you're fucking new.
Fair enough.
I don't think he's gonna give us.
Well, I don't see your ship, Captain.
My ship is none of your business. Besides, you'd have to know where it is to find it. And that's
it's
not
in the 10 towns,
information
it's
I'm
pretty-
willing to give up.
Oh
It's in
man,
10
you're
towns, so
not.
It's probably easy to track down.
That,
I mean-
yes.
It would be so.
We have a tracker. As I just point to him, right?
That
It's
is
just
true.
like,
That's...
hi. That's
And he
me.
kind of,
Like,
You know, I had some great bread at the keep recently. It was very, very warm, nice and crunchy, freshly baked. There was some jam, some butter.
his little nose
I could go
starts-
get some.
full spread.
even
You know,
some
there was also,
cheese.
While he
some
looks
meat
back
and
and
cheese.
forth
cheese.
between Imre and Zipporah, just
Bread or an
it would-
arrow in the neck. Your choice.
Bread, 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 bread.
does it work?
It's
Is
a
it
shame
live
that-
yet?
Not now, Doc.
Oh, sorry. I thought
It's a
we were
shame
doing,
that
thought we were
don't
doing
wanna
the bread
tell us where
chant.
your ship is, because there's so much bread at the keep, and I just walk right over there and grab a nice loaf, maybe some cheese,
Or I could
maybe
put an
some
arrow in your neck.
butter. Imre, let's not threaten him with an arrow again.
Your
I mean, whatever works.
toys.
You know.
A captain has a moral imperative not to rat out his crew.
I see.
Stuck in this hellhole. But I will not allow you to take an honest living from my crew. You think I trust you with the location?
Being a pirate's not exactly an honest living, and also,
Look.
I mean, look at me. We're the captains now.
Look, I really don't care about where your ship is. If I need to find it, I will find it. What I need is anything else you have on Valish.
Bars
so
anything
far-
on Valish. All I have is that he hired me to turn as many people into were-rats as I possibly could. And just as I was getting started, some Harper prick turns up with a crate of silver weapons, and you show up close behind with a penchant for bloodshed and apparently turning people into rats! His
All right,
stubby
this
little
guy's
legs, by
saying
the
you
way,
were
are
all ready to
sticking
rap.
out of the high chair and, like, kicking his little feet angrily.
All right. I
To
think
be fair, you
I
were
think
already
our-
the were-rat. You kind of did that to yourself. This is your own punishment.
Yeah,
How many
you
people
got
did
into
turn into
this
were-rats?
position of your own volition.
All I know is that the last order I was given was forge a letter from some lady named Mithan to try and lure that Harper back to Valish so he could get the info or make the threats he needed to. And when he didn't show, I was sent to track him down, dead or alive, so I chose dead.
And that is why we killed Valish. You killed a Harper. My friends are Harpers.
Death at this point would be a mercy. You think I want to be stuck
Well,
in this
I mean,
little rat body?
Hey,
Well, I
wait,
mean,
wait,
if you
you can do a
insist,
lot
I
of
hold
fun
my
things.
glove
You can
up
do
to
a
him.
lot of fun things like this, right? And then Zipporah steps behind the high chair and kind of like takes his two little rat arms and starts making him dance in the high chair. He's kind of singing like, "I'm the giant rat that makes all of the rules."
He's gonna try to make a bite attack. Give me a second here.
Miss.
He's going to what?
Miss.
He's gonna try to
Miss.
bite her with his little rat teeth. Does an 18
Please,
hit?
miss. What the fuck? Yes.
You fucked around and
I'm
found
gonna
out.
need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
No!
Rat bite?
Oh no!
Because this is a were-rat that just bit you.
Oh my
That's
god,
why
I
I
Turn
said
around
can't
and find
He's going
out,
what?
adventurers.
No! I cannot become a were-rat. I need a good
Zipporah
dice
comes
for
a
this
were-rat. Oh my god.
I will cry. I'll start crying on stream. I do not want to become a were-rat. Hold up, I'm whipping out a new dice for this one. Actually, here we go. We're gonna use this one.
Bless it, sage it, do whatever you gotta do.
What about a 12?
Oh, fucking hell.
No!
My computer's running slow. DM's assistant, I'm gonna
I'm
need
on
you to
it.
Google if there's a cure or something she can do in whatever amount of time. Otherwise, we're about to have a were-rat and a were-panther in the party.
No, I want to be a rat!
We are an apothecary
Please.
run by a nice hag. Maybe she has something.
I
Yes,
don't
I
want to
thought
be
so.
a rat.
We have two
Can
options.
mend. I'm just kidding. I can't.
No, we have two
I'm
options.
just kidding. I just can't. I can't.
You have wish.
Have what?
Future levels.
Or remove curse.
I do
Who
not.
has- I don't think I took remove curse. I don't
Let me
think
see
I
if
can
the
do
hag
Curse,
has
I
it.
believe, is a third level spell.
Let me see.
We
if
are
the
an
hag has
apothecary
it.
with a nice hag.
Oh, please have it.
So immediately I enter panic mode because I know exactly what's going on. I am like,
Oh, I only get that
holy
at third
shit,
level.
holy shit, holy shit. Yeah, it's a third level abjuration spell. So-
Let me check also
Yeah.
what day it is in the calendar and thusly what lunar phase it is, but I need to see if the hag has this spell first. Because if it is a full moon, you are about to transform instantly, and there is about to be a big
Yeah.
problem.
No.
I cannot believe
I
that
don't want to be a rat.
When they turn into a
Well-
rat, do they get like downsized, or is it size representative of the person they already were?
Size representative of the person they already were.
She's what, a 5-foot rat?
I'm
or
6'3".
6'3".
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay,
You're gonna be a
let's
6'3"
see.
rat.
Magic.
If I
That sounds
could be
like a
any-
mighty nice snack to me, but
If I could be aware anything but a were rat.
Rats are adorable. Rats are cute.
I
They're
know,
awesome.
I know, but they're not my favorites. Let me be a bird.
I don't think they're aware invertebrates.
Birds are invertebrates?
oh,
No,
they're
yeah, no, they're
vertebrates.
not. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I was wondering why-
vertebrates.
Wereworm. You're gonna be a wereworm.
I am not being a worm.
Well, that depends.
I would
You
love
might
to
be
be
able to
aware
be aware
invertebrate.
WYRM. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yo, okay, I like that. Were worm.
Well, actually, no. Because what does that mean
What
for
does
our
it mean?
party? Unless they're on our side. Like, are we talking like Drogo? Or we're talking one of the other motherfuckers.
What?
Never mind.
Sitting in front of the couch like that. That's really creepy.
Actually, I don't know if those were worms or if they were different types of dragons. I don't know my dragons.
Oh, were you
as well as
talking
I
about
used to.
Danny's dragons?
Yeah, I don't think they were worms. I think worms are different.
I think
They're
worms
socially
are the baby
dragons.
dragons, though.
Yeah. Oh no, they're the
no,
ones without the little flies.
You're thinking
Wait,
of
no.
wyverns.
Wyvern?
Wyverns, okay.
Wyvern?
Wyverns wyverns have hind legs and no front legs, and their wings have candies on them.
Do you guys
Smell,
remember
since a wyvern.
those like ology books?
Yes.
From, like,
I
Dragonology. I had Dragonology, and I read that thing until it fell apart, and yet I couldn't tell you the
I had it
difference
too.
between.
I had Dragonology, Piratology, and Egyptology.
I had all of them. I was obsessed.
Various stages of human evolution. Do I remember any of them? No. Some of them. I remember some of them.
Did any of you with the Egyptology
Maybe
book try
$10,000.
to smell that scrap of mummy fabric? I wanted to see if it smelled like actual mummy.
I did not try that.
Wait, what would be your litmus for what does actual mummy smell like to you?
I don't know. Bad.
Formaldehyde.
Do you know what decomp smells like? I imagine it's decomp and some prehistoric formaldehyde.
Please don't say that word at this table. I'm gonna puke. I am allergic to formaldehyde, and I've got PTSD against decomp.
Ooh.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I have to check what phase the moon is, sorry. Check what phase the moon is. This is so stressful. Boy. I need you to understand how stressed out I am for you right now.
I'm stressed too!
I'm stressed out for all of you.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
So we just trying to figure out the phase right now, or whether or not she turned? Or we already decided she's turned. We have to figure out what the phase is.
She is infected. She is 100% infected.
I thought I would like make it by a small hair, but I guess not.
It is the 20th.
What is the valuable lesson?
Elent.
What is the what class is Aurora, by the way? I know what class Alara is, and what class Drizzt Dark Glass is. What class is Aurora?
Aurora is a barbarian.
Sick.
Shout out to Aurora.
Calendar of Harptos.
And Gerard is a bard.
Like Gerard Way?
No.
No, we call him Gerard Depardon.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yes, I can see that now. I need a larger calendar. Alturiac. Hammer.
Oh. Every time he gets up on the couch and looks at the big lamb chop, I'm like, he's gonna finally do something, and he ignores her.
How do I? I need to... Damn it. Trying to figure out how to adjust the calendar. Here.
You know who might have
what is the valuable lesson we learned today, people? We don't play with were animals.
I play with, but we
just at least gag them first. Would have been simple.
We don't play with them like marionettes.
Here we go.
Keep your distance, close their mouths. It's fine. Just from a distance.
Put a little muzzle on them.
Muzzle, yeah.
A little tiny rat muzzle.
I mean, take an acorn, shove it in there, a piece of loose string. I mean,
it is not a full moon. You do not transform.
Oof.
Okay.
Yay!
And there was much rejoicing.
So, from the back of the shop, all you hear is, "What is going on out here?"
Somebody decided to get their hands a little too close to our friend's little mouth here, and
Yeah, Senior Bitey over there got a little bit too
no.
chompy.
Oh, that is
do you have any?
Oh boy.
You got any way to remove curses?
I am entrusting every single one of you not to say a damn thing about this. If this leaves this shop, there will be consequences, and likely not from me, unto toward me. Understood.
Well, that's yeah.
Okay.
I'm a little nervous.
Define consequences.
Zipporah, she walks up to you. She kicks the rat high chair over with the rat still in it, and she claps you by the shoulders. As she does, your mind starts racing. You are seeing flashes of red and black, and your mind is all through every sense. You can smell everything in this shop. It's almost like your brain is glitching out. You can't get a thought. As she grapples you, I'm gonna need you to take a swing at her.
Oh, well, I don't want to hit her. Okay.
Because you've just been
this is-
infected, and while you're not turning, you are technically in a barbarian-like rage at the moment.
Oh, God. Okay,
Ooh.
so this is unarmed, and what do I add to that?
Your attack bonus.
It would be you're going to use your strength for your attack bonus, and so you're not skilled in it, so it's not going to be your proficiency or anything else. So it'll just be your raw strength.
Okay. That's another 12.
12 does not hit her. Okay.
Okay.
She claps her arms around you as you are thrashing and every thought in your head, and you can't stop seeing visions of the moon, swarms of rat crawling. Your head is filled with the shrieks and squeals of 1,000 swarms of rats, and just as you think you're about to go mad, inside your head you just hear, shh. Sweet dear, be at peace. You are going to be fine. I will not let them. And you just feel this come over you as you collapse to the floor. Your arm is still bleeding, but the visions in your head have stopped. But as you're collapsed on the floor, all you hear from the side of you, where Reardon stood, is a sickening crunch. And the of a rat who's just had its ribs shattered.
Oh.
I may be sweet, but I will not allow such things in my shop.
Well,
Now you,
I mean, I guess
Missy, need to be more careful. I understand it's all good fun. It is delightful. But if you're going to faff about with were-rats, you should maybe consider wearing a little bit of armor on your arms first, my dear. Gloves, at a minimum. If something has teeth, assume that it can and will use them. I won't always be around, dearie. But I promise you, I will never let a sweet, precious petal wilt if I can help it.
Well. So what do
I
we owe
couldn't
you
tell.
now?
Is Zipporah unconscious right now?
No, you're just hurting and spinning and sick to your stomach. Remove
Okay.
curse is, while it's simple for her, it's an ordeal for your body to go through. Think of it like the world's fastest blood transfusion.
God. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, so
you're
is
currently just
she in
trying to keep
full
your
were rat
breakfast
mode
down.
right now?
Yeah.
Sorry, what
no.
was that, Kelly?
So
she's not in rat mode right now. She's in her normal mode, but at the full moon she will turn into a 6-foot rat.
No.
What you just saw,
What am I saying?
as you watched this, the four of you saw Zipporah get bit, kind of stumble back and look at her arm, and as she did, all of the hair on her body stands up. Her features get gaunt. Her teeth start to yellow and become menacing as she begins to thrash and twist and somewhat lose her presence of mind. As Reardon, the hag who runs this shop, walks up and grabs Zipporah, she took a swing at the hag and thankfully missed. And you saw a glow of light from Zipporah's top hat all the way down to the soles of her shoes, just and as you did, the hair on her body falls back down and her face starts to come back to normal. She looks a little gaunt, she looks very green in the gills, she looks sick and a little bit gray, and she is collapsed on the floor trying to keep her breakfast down.
What about
All right,
the?
so where's the catch?
Yeah, where's the little rat guy? Slim, is he crunched?
You don't have to worry about him anymore. Though, if one of you could maybe possibly sweep him up off the floor of my shop and put him someplace less unsavory, that would be great. The catch is, if you find this black ice, bring me some. If I'm going to figure out how to combat it and what it's going to bring to my town and what it could bring to my lair, I want to be ahead of the curve, Petal. No better offense than a defense, am I right?
That's actually pretty reasonable.
Yeah, but
Should I
I'm
be
also
watching
sus. Why does
for-
she want this so bad? Is there any way to roll perception as to her true intentions regarding getting some of this black ice?
That would be insight.
You can roll insight.
Insight. Nat 20.
Oh,
Nice.
hell yeah.
You don't sense that she's being deceptive necessarily, but it does seem pretty obvious that no matter for good or otherwise, what she is inherently looking for is power, and you are wary of this. As somebody whose entire history is, protecting artifacts and studying them, returning them to their native tribes for safekeeping, figuring out the flow of power through these long-dead civilizations, you are inherently mistrustful of anyone in search of power for any reason.
And do I need to be watching our friend to see if they're going to turn to stone because that is still stopping the curse?
What, Miss Zipporah? Why would I petrify her? She's so pretty. If I were to petrify her, what if she petrified in the wrong position? What if she fell over? I'm not going to make a statue of you, Petal, I promise. That would serve nobody any good. Frankly, I'm a little
Listen,
bit
every
relieved that I
act-
had to crunch the rat. I was looking forward to having a shop hand. I didn't think he'd bite anyone, though I probably should have thought.
Listen, every hag I've had to run in was more than willing to make deals, but they always were sour. I've seen people have their partners or children brought back, but as zombified husks. I've seen people have curses removed only to be petrified because, well, the curse is stopped. So forgive me if I'm a little untrusting, but every single hag I've run into has always had ulterior motives, and every gift has come with a incredible downside.
I am aware of this perception of me. I am. Truly, Petal. I am aware of what people think of me. Which is part of why I'm here in the first place. No one likes the snow this much. Not a single soul. I would rather be tending to a garden in the Feywild. Yet, alas, I am here, in the middle of the fucking ice and snow. But if that is what is required of me, to hold up my end of the bargain, that is what I will do. Hags come in all varieties. Not all of us want to eat children simply to call them our own. And I, for one, am not a very big fan of zombies. Stink up the place.
Very uncouth.
I am, however, looking for black
the zombies.
ice. I need information on a car kessel. That absolute thorn in my arse has been a problem for centuries. Black Ice suggests that he is back, and if he is back, I need to be the first to know.
Doc picks up the limp carcass of the rat, Slim. Huh.
Oh, just toss him outside, bury him in the snow. It's empty. He's just on my floor. Oh.
Doc just you see his center gloves start to turn red and just incinerates it.
Oh,
Oh, the smell.
Oh, I'd have to open a window, but I don't know what's
Did
worse,
you
the
have
smell
to do
or the
that
cold.
indoors?
Oh,
Just say why, man.
Oh.
You could have taken it outside. You could have buried it in the snow.
Lordy
Found it till
me.
spring.
and she scrambles over to the counter and she's digging through a drawer and she pulls out a glass bottle, and she grabs a little fire from her hearth and scoops it up and dumps the bottle in, and throughout the room, a whiff, a plume, if you will, of smoke, of sweetest incense. And it is still not enough to cover up the smell of what you've just done. I cannot believe you would do that in my shop! It smells like shit and flowers in here!
It's not very smart.
I was just going off the cuff here.
Doc, I trust you to build things. I don't trust you to make the smartest decisions, though. Dear Lord. Dear gods.
Well,
I'm honest to God's deal with you. Yes, my dear.
Who is this person you're saying is back, and why is that a bad thing? I think I'm missing something here.
A car castle. A car castle was once a pitiful, squishy wizard who was simply seeking power. Well, Castle decided to come off to the Great White North, looking for obelisks, if you will. Giant pillars of powerful crystal. And when he sought to claim them, The first time he was killed by icing death. Well, with icing death gone, when Akar Kessel came back, he had some people to contend with who were also fighting over these large, large towers. There used to be one just here outside the town, long before this town was my home. It housed a powerful, powerful relic. This crystal alone had the power to turn Akar Kessel into a lich. And not just a lich, the most powerful lich imaginable. Undead, powerful wizard folk. My concern is that this pillar no longer stands, and while we have no trace of such a thing here, when I heard about the black ice forming on the spine of the world, I could not help but be concerned. Because if a lich is going to come back, that seems certainly like the way to do it and a way to grab for power. They say it's corrupting people, twisting their minds. They say that the tribes are fighting over it. As is the Ice Witch, the Frost Maiden herself. Now, I don't know about you. I may be powerful, but liches and wannabe demigods are not something on my bucket list for this winter. We're already halfway frozen to hell as it is, and we're not even in midwinter yet. So, it seems to me like there's a problem. However, leaving my lair unattended and leaving this town unprotected was not part of the deal that I made with Alara. It is my duty to remain here. So if all that I can do is send you out on a little hag's errand for research and a wee speck of black ice, so that I can put my own mind at ease, or so that I can know if we are to face a lich. A lich in the 1480s! Can you imagine?
Dash,
I would rather know that beforehand. Well, especially... listen. We've all heard about the ball spawn. I don't want any more shit in my town than I have to have. For anyone who still has ads running, this is your 3-minute warning.
Oh.
Well, thank you for hearing our friend here. It's a valuable lesson, I am sure we all learned.
'Tis not a problem. However, if you do come upon any material components that you're not going to use while you're out and about on the Icewind Dale, would you terribly mind just bringing them back to me so an old lady doesn't have to run another errand than she needs to?
Sure, of course. I'm sure we can work something out. Should we go chat to Hanger now?
Oh,
Or,
do whatever you please. Just take that blighting stink out of my shop. Oh, Miss Zipporah. Did you want your high chair back?
I open the door and toss out.
Oh, you can keep it. Maybe you'll get another rat in the future.
Oh, I do hope so. Or some sort of cute little creature. That would be wonderful. I also just kind of like looking at it. It's excellent craftsmanship.
Yeah, no, you can keep that. Like you can keep it. Like if you ever have a very small critter guest over, they have a place to sit at your table now.
Wonderful. Go back to
I open up the door and
get yourself a little bit of food. Get yourself something to hydrate. Put something in your stomach. You're going to be just fine, Petal. I promise you. And if you ever need reassurance, well, you do know where to find me.
Thank you.
So then, shall we go back to the keep? Well,
That'd be a good way
Back
to
to the
regroup.
keep.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Lauren, I can't tell if you're reading or thinking.
Oh, I was just thinking. Yeah,
Okay.
no. Sorry.
I'm trying to read like 5 things at once, and I'm like, I don't know what all of this I need. I feel like I'm trying to do oral argument on the spot here.
All right, well, back to the keep we shall
Yeah.
go.
I will say that you get there very quickly and unharmed, as it's only about 2 or 3 doors down from the apothecary. It is not a far walk.
And what time is it?
uh,
10 a.m.?
It's
early.
probably about 11 bells. Yeah, 10
Oh,
bells,
okay.
11 bells.
We've had quite the day
As-
before noon.
As we're walking, I just toss the tail husk.
Oh. Ugh.
Look, I'm sorry, I didn't expect it to go that foul. That is my bad.
Do you
Duly
ever
noted.
light a fire indoors, though? Do you ever think with that ginormous head of yours?
Wait, it's bigger than normal? Why didn't anyone tell me?
Yeah. I would much rather, as much as I don't mind being in drag, this is rather uncomfortable. I do need to change.
As you're
This wig
walking
is a
back,
little
you do
itchy.
notice that Drizzt is walking just a wee bit bow-legged, and he's taking the butt of his fan and he's shoving it up in between the wefts of his wig and kind of trying to scratch his head at an itch that he can't quite get to. He's beginning to look uncomfortable and a bit perturbed. Being in drag will do
I
that
have
to a
boning.
gal.
I have boning digging in. This breastplate is very heavy. My
Oh, don't
legs
forget
are
padding
very
for
sweaty.
days.
So my legs are very sweaty.
And these heels, let me tell you.
Yeah. They look great, but my
But
And
you
in
know
the
what?
snow, no less.
You look them up and down. Their calves have never looked better.
All right, so I'm gonna rush up to my room and get
As you all
undragged.
walk in, the first thing you all notice is, oh, thank God it doesn't smell like charred corpse in here. You've had quite enough of dead thing stank this morning. Though the first
On that
thing
note, a stack of
Alara
ribs, my lord.
notices, a stack of ribs. One of the orcs pokes his head out of the kitchen. He goes, "What kind of ribs you want?"
Dealer's choice.
Big or small?
Big.
On it. We got deep rofe. And he pops his head back into the kitchen. And you see the flash of a very big fire start to light up. As you walk in, Alara just goes, "Oh no, who needs a shower? Why is oh no, no. And she starts walking her way around you with a sensor she's pulled off the bar, just trying to clear the air with whatever she can, and she gets to you, Doc.
Look, I
and she
know
just
I'm
goes,
sweaty.
Oh no, there's nothing that will make you holy again. Absolutely not. What did you do?
I
There's
may have
nothing that will
incinerated.
make you holy again.
I may have
Wow.
incinerated a were-rat. I know. It was not a great idea. So yes, I'm gonna need to go take a
You
bath.
did it indoors. That was the problem, I think.
Yes. In
Indoors?
hindsight.
Intellect is
I'll
not
be
this
lucky
one's
if I can
strong
get that
suit.
smell out of my
Friend of
wig.
mine. Oh no. I'm sure we have something. Bring it back
I
down
will
to
be
the-
up in my
leave it
bath.
with Aurora. We'll figure it out. Yeah, you bath now, and you're cleaning it yourself when you're done. I am not exposing any of our help to that. My staff deserves better than whatever that is.
I would never do that.
Oh,
I will be
you
back
wouldn't?
down.
You would never do that, huh? You would never do that? And you walk in here having done that? Bath.
Oh, Laura?
Yes, dear.
And I walk upstairs, and
Can I have the strongest drink you could make? I'm gonna go get changed, and I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, honey, I got you.
Thank
want
you.
Food too?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get food coming out for everyone. Go get
Thank
changed.
you.
Go take a little bath yourself. We'll get right on it. And then once you've eaten, tell me what you've been through, but you handle you first, baby.
I don't think I want to talk about it right now.
Okay.
I think I just need food and a drink and a new outfit.
Okay. It's alright, you can burn that one. We have spares.
Oh, I don't want to burn it. I like
Oh.
this one. Oh.
Okay.
And my favorite handkerchief. I mean, I could burn it, but then I'd have the smell of burning clothes and a little bit of blood. And does everything stink when it burns?
Yeah, kind
Or is it
of.
just when
Right.
Doc does it?
Unless it's a nicely scented candle.
No, it stinks worse when Doc does it, because Doc does it in the worst way humanly possible. It's why there's no making him holy again. Everything stinks when you burn
Oh.
it. It just stinks more when Doc burns it.
Did the
Yeah,
apothecary not have like potpourri or something?
They
Like
they
any other
tried
kind of like
incense.
herb?
She tried burning
around.
incense, and it smelled, and I quote, like shit and flowers in here.
So she couldn't Febreze that shit, eh?
No, unfortunately not.
Febreze?
We don't have fantasy Febreze
It's-
yet.
It's an odor eliminator versus a cover.
We'll have to find that at Fantasy Costco.
Where all your dreams come true.
Costco.
Thank you.
Can we go to the Underdark
I
Waffle
was just
Farm?
looking at a map actually of the 10 towns. I believe there's one over in the 3rd.
Whatever that
Parking's
is.
awful though.
Time to meet
Um,
Garfield.
No, Zipporah, honey, if you have to burn the outfit, you have to burn the outfit. The second you arrived, I may have somewhat gone through your things and noticed you didn't have a whole lot of clothes with you, so I may have had Figaro make a few duplicates of some of the outfits that I saw you wear the most, and they're in the closet in your green room. Not that you've ever checked, it still seems really organized, so I'm gonna say you haven't been in there yet.
I'm gonna go take a bath.
Okay,
A
honey.
nice long one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you said you went through her belongings. Do you make a habit of going through everyone's belongings once they enter your keep?
No, only my employers and residents that I'm suspicious of. Imre? No. Doc? Yes. Drizzt? Yes. Zipporah? She's my headlining performer. Of course I went through her things to see what she would need. Everyone else I'm just suspicious of. You, my dear, though, came in here all large and dapper looking with a bundle of maps under your arm. I'm really not going to question that. You do you.
Surely you
Also-
had some curiosity.
Oh, 100%, but I've also got a library, and I assumed that you would need it at some point, and that would be my opportunity to ask as a bargaining chip to see whatever you came in here carrying.
Bombastic side eye. Can I? Is it worth it to roll a
Criminal
perception to
offensive
see whether or not she's
side
actually gone through my shit?
You can try to roll an insight on Ilara.
I have a
Why the
feeling that
not?
was like a don't.
No, it's just the DC is just really high.
Really high.
Be careful. If you
That
fail
was
the
a- that was
DC,
a
you might become
good
aware,
luck.
Lara.
Now y'all have me scared. I just
as
overthink everything though.
when Zipporah walks off to go bathe.
Okay, can I do this? Can I check my belongings to see if anything's missing or askew, rather than just roll perception on her? Check my own shit.
Sure, if you want to run upstairs and check all your shit, feel free.
I'm gonna run upstairs and check all my shit.
While they're doing that, oh, sorry.
No,
What-
you're good.
What
Just
what
roll-
is that? Is that insight?
No, just roll perception.
What even is it?
But roll it with advantage because it's your shit. Oh no, you guys, apparently I was sweating.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's
I
fine.
can't
My
see
wig
my
has
face.
bangs.
Oh.
My forehead's very pink.
14.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
sorry.
I can't tell over my
15.
camera.
Oh, I see it.
Nothing seems to be out of place, though you do notice somebody made the bed. And, like, cleaned the glassware and replaced it on your table.
I suppose that is acceptable.
Imre, what were you wanting to do?
Oh, while everyone's doing their things, I would utilize the library, because I am a wanderer, so I have excellent memories of maps, geography, layout of terrain and settlements that can help me find food and water for me and 5 other people every day, depending on what the land offers. So I
Nice.
all the maps and stuff I can of the area. So I'm ready to go for our adventure.
Might I join you in the library?
Just remembered I
Sure.
had that.
Absolutely you can. So we'll say while everyone
Awesome.
else is doffing their drag and de-stankifying, you two are in the library.
I will join
poring
Emery in
over
the library.
information.
I'm gonna take a side quest first.
Wonderful. So now I literally know everything about all the geography and the terrain and the settlements of Icewind Dale. You're welcome, friends.
Last session I sent her the information on Dungeoniums, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I think you sent it to all of us.
Cool. Oh,
I want to take this time to go
Let me
throw
open
away
that, actually.
something that has been in my hand for a long while that has been bothering me.
oh, you're good. I'm adjusting my ice pack anyway.
Oh my god, that is a really small print.
Well, as Doc is getting all cleaned up, he opens up his dresser and pulls out a fresh speed suit. And
I thought you said Speedo,
Just take
I
the
thought
bag
you
and bring
said
me my bag of
Speedo.
almonds.
like the swimsuit, like a Speedo for a second, and I was about to say, oh, It's
this
summer
one is like
already.
the traditional, like, you know, lightish gray, that light Dickies gray bluish color.
Water. Please.
And he puts all his other armor and accoutrement back on. He piles up the foul clothes, puts it in like a bag,
Thank you.
and
Gonna burn it too.
not gonna burn it with your hand.
and
He
I
can learn.
I walk downstairs and I was like, Alara, can you dispose of this, please?
That depends. Where are you thinking of disposing of it?
I
You're not
will
looking
leave that
for
in
it
your
back,
handy.
are you?
I will let that in your capable hands of.
Yeah, I suppose I can do that. And she takes the satchel from you. And she walks over to the kitchen. And you see her walk out back towards the pantry. And you hear of a large metal grate being opened. And then the clanging of it being shut. Followed by a whew. And she just walks out with a never ask me to do that again. That is truly disgusting.
I
Are you
apologize.
Stream Cat?
Dream
Hello.
cat.
Kitty.
Stream Cat. Hey, baby.
And then I go back to the corner and wave down for a beverage and some food while I wait for everyone else.
As you all begin to come back, you're flammable. Get the fuck away from that. As you all begin to come back to the table, don't lick my fingies. As you all begin to come back to the table, it's loaded with several pitchers full of different drinks, plates piled high with food. But what most notably takes up the most room on your little corner table is a massive rack of deep rothe ribs, about 4 feet across. Big enough that anyone but
Wow.
Roosevelt would have to two-hand a single rib.
Jesus.
Talk about.
Call this bitch Arby's because we have the meat.
I guess this
Wow.
is the
Stu,
matter.
you're muted.
The Flintstones Brontosaurus rack.
Mm-hmm.
Flint stones. Flint and stones.
I guess I won't be like Joey. I will share.
Well, I guess after we are done with this, we should probably go have a chat with Hanger.
Why don't we just invite him over?
Oh yeah, that makes sense too.
Why
He's
would you
in the
have
building.
Wait, are Imre and I in the library right now? Are we eating and then going to the library?
You are in the library
Oh, I was
currently.
in the library.
Is there anything specific you two are looking for? Or just general information
I don't know,
on the
it's-
area?
It was just like general information on like Icewind Dale, the 10 towns, like anything that'll be able to help us in the future, like
Okay.
with all that fun stuff. Do they have
Perfect.
anything on like the tribes in there probably? Like where they are? So we know like
There's
and
quite a
when
lot of
we head out.
maps. And there's also a couple scrolls that have a little bit of history of either of the tribes. And we'll say that whenever that becomes, like, relevant, you'll just kind of know it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I was like, if we need, to head out to the elk tribe in the direction and all that fun stuff. So I can do that.
I thought about going to the library, but then my ribs came out, so I'm gonna stay put here at this table. If I could be of any assistance, by all means, summon me. But I'm gonna stay here right now.
Emre, as you're in the library, Drizzed Darkglass comes zipping up with a, picture it like a bento box with a handle. It's almost like an extra large Tiffin's container. full of like food and snacks, as well as a lidded drinking vessel for you with some tea in it, and another one with wine in it.
Aw, thank you. That's
How
so
it doesn't
sweet.
tip over is a wonder.
Is it one of those ones where when you move it, it goes woo? It looks like it's gonna fall over, but it goes. Those are fun.
I have one of
No,
those shot
this
glasses.
is like this is like one of those cups that's been made from an antler, but it would appear that he took a piece of wood and made like a lid that just kind of corks
okay.
down into it.
Cute. Yeah, I'll be eating and drink carefully around all these maps.
You brought food and beverage to a library.
You're not in the library. You don't get to judge her.
I can app just because I'm not there doesn't mean I can't judge.
You didn't know they brought me
Bring
food.
food and beverage to the library. You don't bring food and beverage to a library.
Actually, you can. They just don't approve of it, but you can.
Question
Question
Jess!
Jess!
What's up, guys? Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Jess.
This means we get Quest Raid! Hello!
Quest
oh my god,
Raid!
this is my favorite part of the stream when this happens, because you guys come in and tell us what just happened with your quests.
Yay! Look at all these people.
Welcome back.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, everyone.
What's up, everybody?
Also, oh my god, I've been catching up on your content, and some of you look exactly how I thought you would, and others I'm like very surprised at like the name versus the voice and the face. I love it. What? Our friends are here. They're raiding. They're raiding, little stream cat. Oh, how was your stream, guys? We're good. Zipporah almost got
I'm
turned
getting-
into a
yeah.
were-rat.
What do you
Technically
mean almost
speaking,
got turned
she
into
did.
a werewolf?
Technically
Technically
speaking, she
speaking,
did.
she
was.
And now they have a
Yeah.
deal with a hag, so...
Yeah,
Not a
good
bad
hag.
one. Not a bad one.
He's a good hag, though.
Out of all
Oh,
deals with the hag,
And Doc
it
made
could be
her
a lot
shop
worse.
smell like shit and flowers. Because someone
Yeah,
decided to burn a rat alive. Indoors.
Or, well, dead.
was a raticue.
It's called Ratatouille, not Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Yeah, Barbie de Rat was not great.
Barbecois de la peste.
God.
No parley français.
I said parlez-vous.
Okay. They
There
fought
we go.
holy knights that were jousting experts. Nice. Then discovered they're
Fun.
actually good and were only attacking because the party hangs out with an ill rigger? I don't actually know what an ill rigger is. Does anyone in our party know what an ill rigger is?
I
That
don't
sounds
know.
dangerously
Not
close to a
often,
slur. After the fight, they played Liar's Dice in an oasis as we killed time to end the stream. Nice.
Hmm.
I played my
Nice.
new character, who's apparently a fucking menace to society. Illrigger's a new class on DDB that is a Hell Knight. Ooh!
What?
Fun.
Cool.
That sounds cool.
That was excellent.
I'm assuming a Hell Knight has something to do with the Hells, right? I have no idea.
I also want to know about these new classes. What?
You won Liar's Dice. Nice. Like a cross between a warlock
okay,
and a paladin.
cool.
Nice.
Nice.
How fun.
Yeah, so, Emery's eaten in the library. Hell Knight's literally a servant of Dispater, specifically getting their powers from a fiend. The cleric lying does not speak
Ooh.
well at all. What have we put up since the last time you guys were here? Hang on. Is it just... Oh, Techna and Uppies since the last time we saw you. So if you guys
You're
have
emo.
channel
Bread,
points,
too.
yeah, if you guys have channel
Has
points,
bread
you can
been-
unlock. It hasn't been approved.
Has bread been
no.
approved?
Yeah, bread has
Dang,
not
not
been
yet.
approved yet.
It's still in
Bread!
limbo. These jerks.
Bread. The people demand
They
bread.
didn't ask who
We
I was
want
a cleric
bread.
to. Who are you a cleric to? Umberly? You mean the bitch queen? Yup. Roll to attack. Oh my god. Okay. Imre's in the library eating. Everyone else is at the table with the rack of deep rothe ribs. I am having a hot flash. We love this. Yeah, did you guys want
Drink
to invite
did they
Hanger to
give
the
me?
table? What would you like to do?
Yeah,
I was just curious, what drink did they bring me?
Wait, if we're gonna invite Hanger to the table, I gotta be there, because Miss
guys know what
Nature
happened to
Lady.
Ezekiel.
Oh god.
How the Fates card is full. Yes. Oh, I didn't know that that's why he had to be replaced. Okay. I remember someone saying the Fates card got pulled, but I don't know that I ever got the update that his patron never used it. The drink that they brought you, how do I describe it? I actually think, Vincent, you'll be able to describe it better. The
which one is
strongest
it?
drink you have ever made. Your father's personal favorite.
The mead reminiscent one, or the...
The Lou Island iced tea.
Oh. Okay.
Sounds delicious.
It actually is. It's just also
It's just dangerous.
very strong. So the drink you get is, quite honestly, does taste exactly like you're drinking iced tea, but with a very, very strong note of almonds to it, in a very rather pleasant manner. However, once you're about nearly to the end of the glass, because it doesn't taste like you're drinking anything alcoholic, so you're
I'm
able
gonna
to
need you to
just
make
either
a
sip that down
Constitution
rather
saving
quickly.
throw.
Let's go.
Speaking of gross smells, y'all, Logan just farted and it smells so bad.
Logan, not the dog farts.
Oh no, you
that was
got gas.
Actual dog fart.
So I'm not gonna go.
No.
Did you
So bad.
make another account?
That
Quest
worse
accepted
than letting it, like,
D&D?
Not letting it right on fire.
Thank you for the follow.
I'm like, my eyes are like watering. It smells so bad.
God.
What did you
Oh.
Lauren,
Oh.
what was your con saving throw?
do?
She failed
Let's
it.
just say I'm throwing away this dice. That was a 4.
Yeah. So as you finish that drink,
This is a strong drink.
so for reference, for real world reference, it is a Long Island iced tea sub out the Coke with amaretto.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
So the one bit of non-alcohol that you sub out
It's
with
now
more
alcohol,
alcohol.
yes.
it's just pure.
It is a
just
glass
pure
of liquor.
alcohol.
That sounds disgusting.
It actually is. It just tastes like an iced tea with a hint of almonds.
I'm not
you
I'm
have-
not big into almonds.
Oh,
My eyes
yeah,
are so
but you
red.
have
They're-
two
they're
of them
I've never
on the
eaten an
floor.
almond, but
It is a
I'll take your
1-2-4
word
kind of
for it.
drink.
It's in like marzipan. Like marzipan's almond flavored. No, thank you.
Isn't
Lauren,
marzipan?
for your reference, almonds taste like sugar cookie dough before it's been
Water.
cooked. In this instance,
I've never eaten cookie dough because I always was told it'll give you salmonella, and also the texture
Right.
of cookie dough, like putting
I would
that in
still
my
eat
mouth.
it.
The texture of cookie dough to me is like
Come
if
here.
people will be like, "Oh, I love eating cookie dough." I'm like,
It's
that feels
delicious.
like the equivalent of Play-Doh, and I was told you're never supposed to eat Play-Doh. And
Oh,
people
cookie dough is
I eat
great.
Play-Doh all the time.
Cookie dough is amazing. Potentially dangerous, but amazing.
Stream
But
cat.
Play-Doh is actually
Play-Doh.
ass. It doesn't taste good at all.
Look, a rite of passage as a
Cookie
child
beans.
is just getting a spoonful of the Nestle Toll House cookie dough and just eating
I
it.
There has
swear
to be a wooden
to
spoon.
on my father's grave, I thought you were gonna say a spoonful of Play-Doh. I was so convinced that's exactly where you were
Wait,
going.
wait,
I
Play-Doh?
was surprised by you saying cookie dough. I was like, oh, it's actually went to a normal place.
But then he said it, and I pictured fully grown Stu just like G.I. Joe down to toddler size, unwrapping it like a burrito, and just like,
Oh god.
I like blue. Blue seems like a good flavor.
That's gonna be a new emoji.
Burrito.
Just TV Stu eating.
no, none of these are gonna be emojis. Why do you guys keep suggesting emojis that make it look like you're sucking dick?
Wait, who suggested that? Who suggested that?
Last time, I
unwrapping
think
a
both
burrito
times,
and
actually.
then-
I think both times it was Stu, because last time he was like, no, we can have Emre with the bread, and like, all excited, like, uppies
No, that
with
one
the
was Kelly.
bread. that was
That was Kelly that suggested that
That
one.
was Kelly.
And now Stu's like, oh, we can have Doc with the cookie dough from the bottom of the screen. Do you? How fast do you
Problems.
want to get us banned? Are we speed running this? Because it feels like we're speed running this.
Listen, we're only on session 15, okay? Like, we... Too soon.
Oh.
Yeah, once
Well,
Critical
we're
Role
kids-
You know
invites
what,
us
though?
all to Beacon, then we can start making trouble. We're gonna do a mashup. It'll be us, Dork Tales, Question Jess, and the usual table, and we're all gonna come together to make the most bannable emojis we possibly can.
I like it.
You know what though?
I like it.
For
Make
Stu,
the
just
emoji
for
of character
you, next
suggestion.
time I like have burritos at the house for something, I'm going to have one of them that is just a like tube of Nestle that's already been unsleeved, but then rewrapped in a tortilla, and I'm like, here you go. And now you're not gonna know it until you bite into it.
The
Nestle
mystery
tortilla.
burrito.
You're gonna take a bite of what you think's gonna be a nice, just like carne asada burrito, and it's just gonna be cookie dough.
And I'm gonna wrap it
Actually,
in a
that sounds
gluten-free
delightful.
tortilla so that you can suffer with me.
Oh.
How do you like rice and cookie dough, huh? Welcome to my life.
Contrasting textures.
So, you know,
So much
enjoy
chaos
that.
in one place. Uh-oh. Put extra hot sauce on the cookie dough burrito.
Oh.
I couldn't see.
Sweet and spicy.
I couldn't
No,
see,
that can
I couldn't
work.
see
It
Quest
can work, and
accepted
then let me
emoji for a
prove it.
second, and
No.
from far away it looked like the Swedish chef. So I was yeah. That's all.
Oh,
That
see,
was
you
the
missed.
Swedish chef.
The picture
one Muppet
on
with
the
hands.
screen. If
Why
you
did I
guys
do
are
that
looking
motion?
at the stream, the picture on the screen, Drizzt dressed up in drag to intimidate a witness.
Yeah, it's very
excellent.
Bugs Bunny.
It was not to it was not to intimidate. It was to.
Oh, sorry. To open someone up like a fucking Pez dispenser. I forgot that was
We
still
killed
up, but
some
I'm glad
people.
it is.
It was
Intimidation is the
very-
opposite you get from that.
They got up, they communed with nature, they had breakfast, slaughtered a few randos, made a deal with a hag. Zipporah almost got turned into a were-rat. It's been a day.
You
Already,
forgot,
you call it an
you
all
forgot
afternoon.
contemplating burning down a building versus just stashing a bunch of bodies in a cellar and leaving them there.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
why not?
I don't recognize the bodies.
It's been a fun day.
oh.
The day before 9 a.m.'s work.
So I
Roosevelt,
guess
as
we'll
you wrap your meaty claws around this giant rib, and you have your hand on the other end of it, and you just. This is a massive fucking piece of meat, but oh my god, how is this cooked to perfection? This is the best fucking ribs you have ever had. I didn't even know half these spices existed.
Sorry, was that directed to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're eating your ribs. They're tasty. They're giant. They're delightful. They're delightful. They're lovely.
Yeah,
They're
I'm a bit surprised you had. I mean, this seems like a several day roast and marinated
understood
dry
that
rub.
reference.
How did you have this prepared for me already? Seems like you guys knew I was coming.
The same orc pokes his head out of the kitchen. He goes, "We keep them ready."
Oh, you get a lot of my kind here.
Not your kind, just people who like to eat deep roti. We keep ribs on the ready. They're already dry rubbed. Sometimes we'll cold smoke them even. We really like food round here.
Job's done.
Job's done. Thank you for understanding what I was going for.
Job's done.
I did not.
We like our food around
Sorry,
Warcraft
that's what I was
2.
like. Keep back. Jump them.
here. Righto, more work.
Is Hanger here with us? He is, right?
Yes, Hanger is in the building if you want to flag him down.
Yeah, we'll flag him over.
With a big old rib.
Imre's
Just
going
one
to
rib
be
bone.
leaving the
Just
the
point at him.
library. Imre's gonna leave the library and come back because I want to be present for this conversation.
Okay.
For the chaos. Want to be present for the chaos.
Away, which hit her, and that was her signal to come back to the table. Joking.
You flag Hanger down, and he's just been sitting with his feet up by the fire having a drink. He goes, "Oh, what? You finally remember I existed?"
No, we've just had a lot to deal with. One of the warehouses burnt down.
Warehouses.
Had a run in this,
Warehouses. We had were-rats, and now we have warehouses. Fuck this town.
Storehouse.
Fuck, what are they called again?
Storehouse.
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 I feel like there's a warehouse that
Storehouse.
transforms into some other thing.
Listen, that would not be the weirdest thing I have seen around here as of late. I was very concerned.
Yeah. We had a run-in with the were-rats right after speaking with you. Then we had a warehouse burned down. And then we had to deal with the boss of said were-rats, which he has promptly left town. He won't be a problem for anybody.
Permanently.
Oh. Well, that's good to know at least.
And I just kicked Doc in the shin from under the table.
Nudge.
Just kick him in the shin really fucking hard.
I'm gonna kick him somewhere more consequential.
I think that part's armored.
The
Is it? Because I think he said he was changing into his tracksuit.
I'm in my speed suit and my kit.
Uh-huh.
So
Sure you are, buddy.
Oh, my hip.
I said it. Anyway, please don't kick the junk.
It's all good. He's got a cup.
He's got cups. That's what I was saying.
Gotta keep
Doc-
the jewels
Doc's checking.
secured. I'm picturing Austin Powers. 1, 2, 3. Okay, all right, we're good. We're fine. We're all right. That's where the sacred
one I do
coin
not
purse
know.
is.
Oh my god.
Twin purse.
It's the bag of holding.
It's the bean bag of holding.
The bag of holding.
Let
that
me
into
tell
it.
you, bruising down there, not fabulous. You're gonna be feeling that.
Ew.
Nope.
As I have learned.
It's like, listen, I just had to be sure. But that is eventful, and frankly, I am very glad to have not been a part of it. Also glad to have not died of exposure. Thank you again for that. Watch where that foot goes. You might find the magic beanstalk.
Oh no.
As someone who spent years getting kicked in the groin in martial arts, I question the people who ask for it for funsies. That is even funnier coming from you, coming for that booty.
It's like anytime someone abbreviates cognitive behavioral therapy around me, my skeleton leaves my body and flies around the room.
Every time I see those letters, I think of the audio transcript for the Wikipedia article.
Oh God, I have not heard that. I'll have to find that.
I will send it to you. Don't worry. Don't worry. It will be in your DMs faster than you can use the haste spell.
I will be at work, and a hairstylist will be like, yeah, you know, I have my weekend coming up, and I gotta go for a little bit of CBT, and I'm like,
no. Oh.
Excuse me?
What?
No.
My toxic ass wants to fucking look it up because I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, but I feel like I'm gonna get myself 20 viruses.
Oh no!
You won't get one.
I don't know what
Windows
you guys are
Defender
talking
is
about.
actually really, really powerful. So as long as Windows Defender is on, you don't have to worry. There's that.
I'm scared.
But I'll just drop it in the chat right now because I do not want to say it on stream.
God.
No, I don't think that disclosure of sexual nature covers us for that.
I don't think so.
That's what
There we
that
go.
means?
Yes.
What you did?
Oh my
God!
I'm so confused.
I'm so sorry you had to find out this way, Megan.
What have you...
Hey,
Megan's such a sweet bean. Such
Yeah,
a
but
sweet,
what about the
innocent
virus
bean. We just...
infecting my mind? I'll have to live with it forever. Welcome to the club, buddy.
okay, I
think
don't
Norton
see.
sells a pack for that.
Are you guys doing this in the Twitch or are you doing this on Discord? I can't see anything.
On the Discord chat. So
It's
in the
on
top
the
right-hand
Discord
corner
chat.
of the... You'll see the little show chat. You click that, and boom.
I'm laughing so hard my face
We're
fingers on
we're
fire.
corrupting the uncorruptible.
You sent the Wikipedia. Oh God, I'm not
No,
watching.
Oh,
it's a
Kelly's not
dramatic
the
reading of it.
uncorruptible.
Oh no, I
I'm
know.
just not
Kelly,
I'm not as hip with any kind of like lingo or any kind of a that
Kelly?
I don't use the terms.
Neither
too old
am
for that
I.
shit.
I had no idea what they were talking about. I just didn't say it out loud because
Think of this video.
sometimes I feel
specifically.
stupid when I ask, "What does that
No, I'll
mean?"
watch the video once I have no mic on. How about that? I
That's
do
fair.
appreciate the warning
Please.
loud.
Please and thank you.
Also,
I
I also put a warning of what it talks about. So
All right. Yeah, no, I don't know acronyms. But if you
Well,
if
you do
if
know.
you really spell it out and be like, oh, okay.
Horses
Yeah.
and other terrible things like waffles in particular colors.
Yep. Old internet. The early internet.
Part of me misses the.
All right, so we're in the
internet,
keep.
other
We're
part
eating
of me
some ribs. We're
doesn't.
talking to
Yes.
Hanger. What's going
You're
on?
eating some ribs. You're talking with Hanger, and he's a little horrified and really glad to have not been involved in the last couple of days.
Last
But
day.
Last
grateful
day.
to be alive. Very grateful to be alive.
and not frostbite.
So,
I'm gonna get rid of that acronym from my notes so I don't forget it later. That is blacked out. Okay.
As 3 sessions later, I have a note here about CBT.
I'm a sponge when it comes to notes. I'm just like taking it all in. I'm like, nope, I don't want to keep notes. of
Citibank
that.
transactions, you mean?
I didn't remember what I was going to say.
We broke Vince.
My
Anyways,
trap needs
that's
help.
gonna get clipped.
Traps are empty. People are
that's
going
gonna
nuts.
get
We're
clipped.
being attacked.
Yeah.
Help!
How long of a trek is it to your tribe? The tribe of the elk, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
we are the tribe of the elk, and it's only a couple days venture from here. You'll probably want my help getting there, while it is usually fairly direct. With this early winter storm, I can't guarantee that you'd be able to find it on your own.
I mean, we've got a pretty impressive tracker, but we won't turn down the
I'm
help
not.
either.
Let me stop you right there, friend. I do not do snow. I like the desert. I would not say no to Hanger's help right
I-
now.
A tundra
don't
is
know
a
anyone who
desert,
likes
technically
sand.
speaking.
Just cold.
I like
it's a cold
sand.
desert.
I don't like the snow. It's cold and wet and it gets everywhere. Okay.
And that sounds like sand. It's just
That is fair. That is fair. That being said, I am happy to guide you there. King Yarin sent me.
So wait, where are you guys currently compared to Loch Denishire?
Denishire? Loch Denishire's about 3 hours. This place is about 3 days.
Hmm.
it's a trek.
In what direction?
He kind of looks around. Whatever direction northwest is. I'm gonna assume.
Northwest is a
That-a-way-ish.
direction, good sir.
I'm gonna assume that away-ish.
Emery's gonna point in the actual right direction.
Emre's like,
It's that way.
There.
It's actually that way.
There. Sorry, defense. I don't know where your camera. Like, I guess technically that's northwest. What?
listen, regardless, I mostly need help because I came out here in the first place because a neighboring tribe decided they were going to kidnap me and try to sacrifice me to the Frost Maiden. I'm not too partial to that. So
Oh,
then
yes,
King
yes, yes, I
Yoren said,
remember that.
Oh, you were going to be sacrificed? That's terrible. We should send you to the 10 towns for help. And when I showed up here, they said, you're the reason for all the bad things happening. I said, no, really, I was a sacrifice. I need help. And they said, clap 'em in irons. And then I was in the stocks out in the snow until you guys found me. So frankly,
that was the sheriff.
all
Was
of
the
this is an improvement. Yes, that would be the sheriff who is, for some reason, choosing to die on the hill of, it's my fault. Because, you know, racism.
Is the speaker involved in that in any way?
No, the speaker's been locked up since before I got here. Something about an address at the end of the week and regaining the trust of the town and such, and solving whatever this is. Markham, on the other hand, thinks he can solve it by locking my happy ass up in the stocks and keeping me from solving the real problem, because nobody wants to help fucking anybody around here.
Okay, so that's only one person we might need to kill. Got it.
Did you say kill?
I'd rather not do any more killing. This is getting all really tedious.
Yeah, this
If you
is
wanna
getting
do any more
rather
killing,
large.
I don't know that you want to come with me then. Because
Down.
people are psychos. Like, actually
I mean,
psychos.
I don't
Like,
prefer to kill,
losing
but I mean,
their
sometimes
mind,
you just
corrupted,
have
killing
to.
in the name of the Frost Maidens, psychos.
Yeah, that's not a good vibe.
That doesn't
Yeah.
sound
It's
very
not
good.
great, no.
But listen, if the I feel like if the Lady of the Forest told me that we need to help you and your tribe, then that's what we need to do. It has something to do with all of this and the black ice nonsense.
Did you say
So I
black
feel like
ice?
that this is good. This is important. Yeah.
Okay.
How do you know about the black
Yeah?
ice?
Well,
From the apothecary.
the apothecary
As well
dice
as a
hag lady
friend of a
told
friend.
us. And then I spoke to oh god, I'm gonna get her
say
name
there's
wrong.
hags
Mil-
here too? What is this town?
Maliki? Maliki? Lady of the
Mielika.
Forest. Wow, that
Mielika.
I totally heard you wrong.
Can I buy a vowel?
The lady of the forest spoke to me and said that we needed to help the elk tribe to find out the bad things happening here, so I think we need to listen to her.
Listen, as long as you're not working for the Frost Maiden, hearing Lady of the Forest has got to be the highlight of my fucking week, lady.
Oh.
Well, how soon can you be ready for travel?
Well, considering they took all my shit, as soon as I get to the bottom of this glass.
Yeah. I'll gather some supplies. And so
Yeah.
I'll just help myself into the... I'll pop up and help myself to the storeroom for just a week's worth of supplies.
All right, I assume you're gonna grab everything you need. Do you want to grab the tent proper?
Yeah, we will be needing that.
Okay.
A
Do you grab
tent?
the tent
we-
proper?
Did we go and buy thermal blankets?
Oh, they have those
we've
in the
got
storeroom.
them.
They
Someone
just
will
didn't
have-
give them to you because you weren't gonna need them at that moment. But yes,
Yeah.
the fur-lined bedrolls, all of the winter gear, the tent proper. As you're grabbing things, Alara and Drizzt and Aurora come to help, and a couple of the orcs are grabbing stuff just because they can carry a little bit more than most of the party, and they're helping get it all out to the main room and setting it up on one of the adjacent tables. And Aurora goes, "Oh, don't forget the furnace key for that tent." And she runs over kind of to the wall, and she grabs you that. She goes, "Oh, and remember, just stick about 15 feet clear of the center of wherever you're going to put that tent before you launch it." And she's like,
Duly noted.
"Okay, let me get you
Wait.
rations, hardtack or fresh bread. Fresh bread should keep for about a week."
In this cold, yeah. Well, I can
Oh,
stick a
probably.
fresh sandwich in my pocket and it'll be good for a week.
Perfect. Let's do that. I assume you probably don't want to go with cured meats if you don't have to.
Yeah, I'd rather not have,
Meat
Doubt.
sickles.
I
Okay.
can hunt.
And she looks at you and she goes,
I can.
"Sweetie, whatever's out there on the dale, I don't recommend hunting it, let alone eating it. The traps have been
What's-
coming back empty. All of our supply, none of it's coming from Icewind Dale. We have no elk this year. None of it. If you come on something out there, don't hunt it. Take it down, and take it down fast. Or hide."
Great. Cool. Okay. Thanks for that. Awesome. Did I mention I hate the
Nothing to be worried
snow?
about.
She does get you, kind of a pack that's full of, smaller packs of crap kind of stacked from the bottom to the top. She goes, "This should be everything you need for food. It's all in waxed paper and canvas. It should keep just fine. Your bread's in here too. This should be enough for everyone. But if you're going to be gone longer than a week, you're going to want to find more. So whatever you intend to do, make it fast. Please come back."
Okay.
But yeah,
That's the plan.
you have your supplies together.
All right.
And
Well, I get cinched up and ready to go.
Kelly, you had a question?
Yeah, is that 1 week per person? Or just
Yes.
1 week total?
No, this is
1
a week
week
for
per person.
everyone.
Okay, but we're also, I thought we were only going somewhere like just like 3 hours away.
3 days.
No,
No,
that's
we're
the-
going to the
3 days.
we're going to the tribe, the elk tribe.
Which is 3 days, sorry.
Yeah.
And they said that the lake was 3 hours?
Yeah,
That's
Lac
correct.
Denishire is only about 3 hours away.
Okay, so I mixed those two up.
Also, is it a week, our week, or Gregorian week, or are we talking a 10-day?
It's a 10-day.
Okay.
This is gonna sound stupid. Is a 10-day? 10 days.
10 days, yes.
Like, okay. Is that like the Faerunian week? Like,
That is
yes.
correct.
10 days. Okay. I did not know that.
I also
and
didn't
their
know that.
months have anywhere from 28 to 42 days, I believe.
42.
Jesus Christ.
Dang.
Huge variation.
I'd be sick of a month after 20.
Well, and it changes based on the year. That's
Oh,
why it took
God.
me so much time to look up what the moon phase was, because I have a whole web app dedicated to the calendar of Harpdos, so I can figure out these things. It also tells me what Faerunian zodiac sign it is, or any festivals that are going on at the moment.
Ooh.
Oh my
I
god,
wanna
can
know
we find
my
out what our
Faerunian zodiac.
Faerunian horoscope
No, I don't think
is?
festivals would take off.
Oh no!
Wait,
Love
now
a
I-
good
done.
festival.
Wait,
Now
What
I'm
have
gonna
we
be telling us
done?
festival.
can you tell us our Faerunian horoscope?
No. If you all provide me with your characters'
So I'm a Leo.
birthdays, yes.
Yes. I don't know what year it would be because I don't know how the years work here, but actually we celebrated Zipporah's birthday. Zipporah's birthday is December 25th.
I have to do math, and
Oh.
I don't want to do that right now, so.
Yeah.
I'll
So
ask
the
you
years do
later.
correlate to our years. However, that is only so that way it gives you a frame of reference for technological advancement versus
So the
our
fact that
world.
Doc
So,
has
like,
a pair
think-
of infernal iron wheel lock pistols in the 1400s is crazy.
Yeah.
Technology. It's great.
Yeah.
What is it, 14?
Shoot, shoot! Oh shit! Don't have the extinguishing technology yet.
Well, they're not functional yet.
What's the current
so
year
we'll
then?
see what
What-
happens
what's
when
the
I get them
current
back
year?
from the forge.
Isn't it like
It
1480
is
something?
currently 1485.
Okay.
Kelly was
so
paying attention to something.
1485 minus
I
27.
can tell you the year Imre was born. 1251.
Hey. Geez, such an old lady.
Old lady.
Listen.
But yes, you guys have all your
1458.
supplies. Yeah, go ahead and drop that in the chat for me as well. You guys have all your supplies. Aurora comes up to you and she goes, "Oh, Imre, I'm not sure if you got around to this. I know that you were looking at maps earlier. I wanted to bring you everything I had on the Reged tribe. That's the formal name for the tribe of the elk. They splintered off and now they're all Reged tribes, but there's like the tribe of the elk, the tribe of the bear. The tribe of the bear is very angry right now and they're attacking the tribe of the elk. So I just figured you might want to know a little bit more about the culture that you're walking into. That seemed like it may be important to you."
Yes, thank you. This will be very helpful. Thank you.
Also, I cannot describe how uncomfortable it is to be having a hot flash with an ice pack on my back. Because it's melted. It's a fucking useless.
Oh. It's
Just
now,
creating your own swamp cooler over there.
It's now an icy
Yeah.
hot pack.
Yeah, I'm summoning the power
No,
of
it's just a
Shaq,
room temperature
freeze my
pack.
enemies and burning them to ash.
Yes! Maybe that'll be my next character. Shaq.
Shaq.
Yeah, Shaq.
Well,
What's
be
Oh, I already
prepared
have a
for me
list,
to insert
so-
Aaron Barter into the campaign so that you can have an in-universe version of how I beat Shaq.
Oh,
It's how
I actually don't know that one. one either.
We're gonna have to have a day where I show you all the early 2000s pop music that we had to suffer through. It's great.
Can't believe you don't know. Wild.
I want D&D fantasy beat Bobby Flay.
I legitimately ugly cried when Aaron Carter died. I was devastated.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys have all your supplies. Is there anything else you wish to bring with you, or anything else you need to acquire from the town?
I think I'm good.
I think I'm good right now.
Perfect. Then let me change the music. Oh, Opera GX is struggling a little. Oh, I stopped that at an excellent time. Way to go, me, learning how to use Syrinscape. Speaking of, does someone want to do the Syrinscape read while I find music?
Yes, I do! Or
Do
does
it.
someone else want to do it this time?
Oh,
Okay.
Lauren, you've been getting pretty good at it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've been remembering. Hi, friends. Do you like all these fun music we have and all the sound effects? Well, we've been using a little fancy thing called Syrinscape, spelled Syrin-scape. It's got fun little sound effects like we use for Doc's firebolts. Thank you. It's got rain sounds for when it's heavy raining, when it's pouring. It's got wind sounds too. So, what was the little catchphrase again? I don't remember the jingle. The little because it sounds very nice.
Syrinscape, because epic games deserve epic sound.
There we go. Oh my god!
That was great.
And we bring up the ooze. Yeah, oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
I know. I finally learned how to use it.
Oh my goodness!
Oh.
You know what? One of these days I'll write something down so I don't start forgetting what and like I'll have a full thing to say and I'll have like a insert fireball sound.
Well, and there's one other thing that you forgot, which is we're not actually sponsored by them. We just really
yes.
like them as a tool. We do actually pay for this. Because I wanted background music and sound effects, and they're awesome. All right. Let me turn up the music here. It's a little quiet. There we go.
Here we go.
I can't hear it. Let me turn up Syrinscape.
Yeah, I'm going to turn it up a little for the stream as well. Because this one is fairly quiet.
Oh, that's really pretty.
I ate so much food, my tummy's hurting a little bit.
Oh no,
It's so pretty.
she
It's very,
says,
like-
continuing to snack.
Oh, no, that's a snack. I'm getting a pencil.
No,
Okay.
never.
Pencil.
You
I
you said
mean-
it and all I saw was the
mean-
top of a bag and heard the crinkling.
You know. That one's pink flavored.
Ooh.
I'm so sorry. I thought the bag sounds were muted, but
It wasn't
No,
the
you're
sound as
good.
much as we could see a bag.
yeah, it's my bag of holding all my pencils.
As you set off into the icy tundra of the Dale, because if I said icy tundra of the Icewind Dale, it would trigger something with my ADHD that feels incorrect. You are greeted by the harsh wind
Of the Icewind Dale.
and the stinging snow. I paused. I'm like, I
Ice.
swear to God, if I say ice next, I'm fucked. I'm fucking cooked.
Emery should be very happy.
I
The
was
tundra
gonna
is
say it.
technically
I
a
was
desert,
gonna say it
so
if you weren't.
be okay.
You're faced with the icy wind of the Dale.
I wonder why it's called Icewind Dale.
It's
Because it's an
quieter
icy wind
Was
in
it-
the
out
day.
here.
Oh, 'cause there's a bunch
than
of
you
shrubbery.
Expected. It's quieter out here than you expected. You thought that once you got out of the confines of this town, that maybe something would be out here roaming. But you are the only creature in sight. Not that your sight is terribly far, because you are in the middle of a whipping storm. Hanger guides you
Is there-
carefully with a lantern hanging off his pack. What do you fucking got? What?
Oh!
I saw that face. What?
Uh-oh.
He was gonna say, is there a fell voice in the air? You know.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Human
Continue. I just had
voices
No,
to.
you're
everywhere.
good. Emery,
My
as you're
Lord of the
walking, all of a
Rings
sudden, a
AD.
third voice.
Oh no.
The voice of an old man with a long white beard, wearing a white cloak, going, "Oh, no, sorry."
No,
Gandalf?
actually, it's
Myself
Radagast
sometimes.
speaking fucking gibberish.
Joke's on you. I understand all of it.
As you trudge through the snow, becoming colder and colder and colder, Doc, your feet are starting to go numb and your skin is chapped from the bitter cold. Did you pack your winter wear or did you burn the only set of it?
No, I have my other winter. I did not. I had different winter wear.
Well, you said tracksuit and armor, and you didn't specify that you put any of it back on before you left the keep, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no, I said I
Consider it your
kitted
warning
up.
shot.
Damn.
Ooh.
I will be more descriptive next time.
Thank you. Nuance matters when it comes to protection from weather and enemies. As you travel along, getting colder and colder, the tips of your noses, well, all of your noses except for Roosevelt, who has fur, and therefore a built-in coat, as well as their winter wear, they're doing just fine. They seem somewhat built for this. All of your noses begin
wasn't
to
bad.
sting from the bitter cold. Let's see if you encounter anything out in the Dale, shall we?
Oh no, the random encounter table.
Oh no!
Punch everything.
Fight. Just kidding. I want
Punch it twice for good measure.
I want like surprise treasure chest just waiting for me to open it.
Surprise cheddar chest of like fire and coals and y'all are fucking freezing.
Just the salt with
And
that.
incendio.
Let me just look up the table that's supposed to go with this book. Because they're like, yeah, you can use the random encounter table for out on the Dale when you're traveling across the tundra. It's gonna be an appendix, blah, 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 blah. It's fucking not. There are no appendices in this book, and the page numbers don't skip.
Bless you.
Also, you can tell that the person who wrote this lives in California because they're like, the winter has come unexpectedly early this year. You should think of it as early October. And as somebody who lived in snow, bitch, that starts at the end of August and it doesn't stop until May.
Yeah, I'm
The amount of times
Wait.
I had snow on my birthday, I was 4 for 4 out of the years that I lived there.
I mean,
Californians, by and large, know what winter is.
Nope.
I went to one of the Carolinas, and
One of the Carolinas, the
Yeah,
upper
one
or
of
the
them.
bottom.
The only one that counts. No one cares about
One of the
South
two.
Carolina.
One of them.
I honestly I cannot remember off the top of my head right now.
You went to a
Rebellion?
singular Carolina.
Was it
No.
Asheville?
Or Rebellion.
Oh, sorry, no, I'm thinking of Dakota.
Yeah, you
I
went
did
to
go-
Oh,
I did
then
go
you
around
must have
Carolinas.
been in South.
You went to
Yes, I
North
did go to-
Dakota.
Wait,
North
no, where
Dakota.
Mount Rushmore is. That's north, right?
You went to North
No.
Dakota.
Well,
I did go to Carolinas. That was
South
different,
Dakota
though. That was
is
for a different
where
thing.
Mount Rushmore
have-
is.
Yeah.
Because people would frequently
Yeah.
drive there from Denver and ooh and ah because dead presidents or whatever.
But yeah,
What's the only thing
when I
to
was
do
there,
in South Dakota apart from this big pharmacy?
and
we'll
the
go to
Badlands,
Deadwood.
like, but
Wild
yeah,
West
like
shit.
it just snowed all of a sudden. Just like there was no warning. I was there for a week. It snowed on day 2. It was like, oh cool, so we're just gonna sit inside and drink beer and watch the snow for a week. Sick.
You've described 75% of Canada.
Yeah, just like
No.
Any given
You
point of the
went
year.
out to the government liquor store once and you had beer cheese soup, which you disclosed to me in a text message that you were tempted to dip your giant burger into.
I mean,
Yum.
we've all been guilty of that.
I've
Wait.
This
not.
was only hours before getting a call from their brother going,
But-
I know I haven't met you, but you just sound so great, and I'm so glad that you're with them. You just sound so amazing. What are you doing? We're playing Magic the Gathering and we're drinking.
that was night 1. That was night 1.
God.
And then night 2, it snowed. I flew
There
in.
we go.
You just described all of night 1.
Like a rager.
Man,
I-
I thought Pasco, Washington was out up there.
Oh,
Nope, I think
you
he got me beat.
guys come upon
This is why I won't go anywhere near the snow.
oh,
a small stream full of silver cold-tail fish.
Oh.
the water's actually running.
I was gonna say.
It's running.
That's
It's
weird.
people think that streams will freeze over, but if the stream is large enough, the flowing of the water will actually keep it from freezing over. The fish, however,
Okay,
can
well, how-
sometimes go fully catatonic in the river, which is great because you can just fucking net them up. It's excellent.
Yeah, because the water is fucking cold. What's the source of this water and how big of a stream we're talking about? Like, we're talking like a trickling little stream that's like, 6 inches wide, or we're talking like a foot yard wide?
Listen, I was told not to
Uh,
hunt anything to run, so can someone detect magic or something? Because otherwise, fish.
The stream
Nature bitch?
is-
Okay, yeah, no, let's detect magic.
The stream
She
is
would.
1 square across, so 5 feet across, and comes from far, far up ahead of you. It's a long, long running stream. Though I will tell you, there is a magnificent, partially frozen waterfall that does still run in these mountains. That is
Ooh.
in the book. The appendices for this tundra are not in the book. But the partially frozen majesty of nature is in the fucking book.
So the source
But-
of a stream is a legit waterfall from a mountain. Where there's snow
Yes.
caps melting, yada yada yada. Got it.
Yes, only they're not
So it's
melting.
a,
this
it's
is
a
just
proper stream. No
perpetually
magic
running.
is involved in that.
Correct.
My
It's
nose
just a
is
stream.
froze.
Your nose
Okay.
is
Toes are
And
froze.
where does it run into? Which lake does it run into?
That's beautiful.
Unclear.
Dang, I don't have it. I'm
Would
so
I know?
sorry.
The name of
Because
the
of the
lake
map
is it
and stuff?
unclear. I don't want an Abbott and Costello situation here.
Three
It is
Stooges.
unclear to you where it runs
Got it.
towards. But Imre, if you had to suspect based on where you're traveling from and to, this does probably dump into Lac Denishir.
Oh,
You are
okay.
not all that far from the town at this point.
Well, let's continue on our trek
Following
here.
our guide.
Hold on. Do we still have? We have no interest in sussing out this lake and these ships and these pirates while we're already here. We want to go all the way up here for days. We don't want to see what's over here to see what can help us and what these people's missions are.
I personally think this is more important. I don't think the literal daughter of Sylvanus would have told me to do this if it wasn't more important than like rats.
He
For
doesn't
different
know who
reasons, I am
Sylvanus
going
is.
to
You're
agree
gonna
with
have to
Imre.
explain
But
what the weight
we're
of
right
that
here.
means.
We're
I don't even know who Sylvanus is.
Sylvanus
the
is
god
the
of
god of
Sylvanus is the
nature.
Oak Father,
Yeah, there we
He is the
go.
Oak
That, I
Father.
was
You know.
kind of right.
Oak Father, bless
God
you.
of druids.
okay. How far are we from being able to just at least get some more intel before we go 3 days north? If we're like literally a stone from getting more information from these people that we got further information from back there.
Well, you're about 2 stones throw from it now. You're about 6 hours away from the lake. You've been walking for a little while.
So 6 hours. Okay, so
Well-
we've gotten further away.
That is
Yeah,
correct.
we'd have to
Yeah.
backtrack.
All right. You guys do whatever you want.
I don't think. I mean, well, Hanger, what do you think? I mean, you probably don't want us to veer off course.
Ideally not. As intriguing as lake pirates sound, not quite the pressing issue at the moment. Unless, of course, these lake pirates are working for the Frost Maiden, in which case, by all means, let's take out the fucking lake pirates. However, almost sacrifice to the Frost Maiden, please, for the love of all of the gods. Please help.
Yeah, we just continue. I would imagine we would continue to.
I'm gonna agree with Imre, but for different reasons other than gods.
I just saw something
Oh,
pop
right,
up
right,
on activity
I'd like
feed
to
and now
unturn
I
all
can't
the
see it.
stones.
It's weird.
No.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It was weird.
Also, it was Bismarck, is where it was, which
Yeah,
its
Bismarck,
airport
North
has
Dakota.
4 terminals.
North Dakota.
And you can see
It's
That is
main-
one of the-
Wait,
Was
no,
it
not 4
19
terminals,
or
4
18
gates.
that have not
It has
done
4
too?
gates.
Yeah, sorry, 4 gates. Like that's
One terminal.
That is the,
1
4 gates.
terminal.
yeah, entire.
You can see
As
the
the
other 3
entire
gates.
airport.
Oh, I
from
have
1
you
gate.
beat. Go to MBS in Michigan. It's about right here-ish. It's where Bay City, Midland, and Saginaw all come together. There's 2 terminals. I got there at like 5 o'clock, and I expected to get an Uber from there to my grandparents' place in Bay City, and there was none to be found. And I had to get like some random like person from another it was a whole debacle, and it took me like an hour and a half to get to my grandmother's house. It was ridiculous. So what I'm saying is 4 terminals is a lot.
I just wasn't ready
4
for it for the first
gates
time I
is
got there because I got off the plane and I was like, okay, there's 1 terminal. And I turned, I'm like, it's a small airport.
That's almost as many gates as Baldur has.
Actually, less than half of what Baldur has.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 3 Baldur's Gates. There's Baldur's Gate 1, Baldur's Gate 2, and Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, I thought you meant the actual gates like Baldur's
That's
Gate,
what you
Basilisk
meant.
Gate, Black
It was
Gate,
a little- I mean, it was-
Heap
Sea
Gate,
Gate, Manor
Gaunt
Gate.
Gate, Sea Gate,
A little
Manor
bit of
Gate,
both.
Baldur's Gate.
It was a little bit of both. I was kind of fucking with all of you on all ends, so.
Rubble.
You can't just resolve an argument with saying rabble.
It's Stu.
Sorry,
What are you gonna
South
do?
Park.
But yeah, you're standing in front of a stream. What do you want to do?
Just,
I'm
I
assuming-
mean,
Can I? Is
continue
there like
on.
a? I'm still sus that this is like magic somehow. Is there like a stick
lake?
around I can like poke it with or something? Because what I'm thinking now, hear me out. Let me.
You want to turn into
Okay.
a werefish?
What is it?
Because, you
I
know,
don't know.
like-
Let's poke it with a stick.
Listen,
You know
I
what?
was
A
thinking,
were-shark
I'll
would be
just
kinda
like I'll
terrifying.
like touch the water. But then what if my hand starts to freeze and it starts like climbing up and I turn into ice, but if I touch it with a stick and it turns the stick into ice, I can just drop it. Or am I way off?
Make a con save. That's the next thing you hear. That's the next thing you hear.
No. The
Listen.
stick makes sense. You don't have.
Yeah,
then you
I'm-
don't have a con save. You just have a big enough stick
Just
that can
drop
take.
the stick.
I'm picking up what she's putting down.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know how to explain the way that I feel about this. Like, it's just giving me weird vibes. I don't
The
know.
You
heebie-jeebies.
can
Yeah.
I unfortunately do not have detect magic anymore, so
you can poke it with the staff of bird calls.
But will I lose the staff of bird calls if?
Oh my
You
god.
might.
Are there really
You
no
might, I
trees
don't
around?
know.
in this
you know what I
tundra?
could do?
Oh,
You know what I could do?
hold
We're,
on.
we're in the tundra right
Hold
now.
on.
It's a
Hold
frozen
on.
Wait,
tundra.
The tundra is a desert. There are
Wait,
trees in the
wait,
desert.
wait,
Joshua
wait.
tree.
I
exists.
have just a plain
So does Death
non-magic
Valley.
staff on me
Wait,
that I
there.
can
No,
use.
wait, Emre, I have
And
Okay.
Death Valley's got areas where there's
Stick.
nothing.
You just- Okay, so I'm gonna take the
There's plenty of
plain
areas where it's
non-magic
also just,
staff.
oh, nothing for that way. Or that way.
Because there's something she can stick into the water. That's not her hand. That requires a
Emre,
constitution.
I've got
I have
something much
something.
better
Sorry.
that you could use. And Zipporah's gonna reach
Oh god,
into
we're
her
rearranged.
bag, and she's
Oh.
gonna pull out.
Well, hold on, Stu disappeared.
Oh,
I refreshed my camera.
okay. Zipporah's gonna reach
Oh,
into her bag and pull out a pole, and she's going to hand it to. She's gonna hand it to Imre.
It's okay. I have a staff, like a non-magical.
Zipporah
like a-
says a word
Before
in elemental.
we potentially ruin any magical items.
It's not a magical item though. It's just a staff that I've been carrying around that I do not need.
Just a
Zipporah's
chunk of
gonna
wood.
say a word in elemental,
She's really
and the
excited.
staff grows longer and longer and longer.
She's now holding a 10-foot metal rod.
Oh
Here,
shit!
so you can poke it, and you're very far away now.
But this is metal, right? Doesn't like metal and ice like
It conducts
already
force.
conduct? Yeah, doesn't it conduct? I don't know how things work like this.
I mean, you're farther away, so you've got more of a chance to run.
You can pole
Yeah,
vault if you need.
Thank you.
Is this ice?
No,
Ice or is it
go-
black ice?
My wooden staff, and not the long ass metal pole.
Yeah, we're going to do
You know?
pokey pokey as a method.
Okay.
Maybe you both can pokey it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna.
All right,
take
taking
the end
bets.
of this-
I got 5 gold on the wooden staff.
I mean, you've already got it. I mean, if you don't want it, then and then she says the counter word, and it shrinks back, and she puts it back in her bag.
It's a nice thought, and I don't.
Why
know
is
much
it shrinking
about-
back?
I don't know
Why
much
aren't you-
about the constructs of people's like civilizations, but I do know that metal and cold things don't really go well together. So I'm gonna use the staff. So Imre is gonna take the staff and just casually like poke the bottom of it into the water and see if any magic-y things happen. And if they don't happen, awesome.
It makes a gentle
Experimentation, man.
splashing noise as you impede the flow of the water.
Okay, great. It's not magic. Okay,
How deep does it go?
I think it's safe.
Yeah,
It
I'm
says
just curious.
4.5 feet
would
deep.
be
We might need to know how far the stream is so we can like walk through it if need be.
No, you don't
It's
want
about
to
4.5 feet
water.
deep at the deepest point.
Oh no,
Okay.
I don't think we want to walk
We
through
will
that.
not
That's
want to walk through it
No.
right now, though.
cold.
That is
Will
death.
freeze.
Cold
Well,
to you
sunset.
guys.
Well, I don't
I mean,
see any
you
other
would get your
pressing
fur
issues.
gets
wet.
wet with ice water, your fur's gonna start to freeze, and you will start to suffer the
Mhm.
effects of exposure.
No one's got 4-foot wellies?
I don't unfortunately have the winter, the cold knack that keeps us from dying of exposure. So
That.
maybe
Okay.
maybe think
Level
about
two.
it. I know. I was
Alright.
like, that's my level 2 feature.
That's
All right.
the level 2 nap for this
So you're
campaign.
satisfied. There's no magic involved. We just can literally walk across the stream at this point.
Emery's a little disappointed. She's like, wow,
Why
I
are
thought
we walking across
Sandra
the
would be-
stream?
We're not walking across the
We're
stream.
We're
Going
walking
forward.
along the stream. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Poor-
Or
poor
we're-
choices.
we're following
Along the
Hanger.
stream.
Okay.
Hanger, continue leading the way, my man.
Hanger's like these fucking nincompoops.
it's really like, what the fuck?
It's like, what
Sorry.
idiots?
All right,
They're like literally
uh,
poking the fucking water with a stick as if it's not just fucking water.
Fucking
Yeah,
tourists.
If nobody wants to
Exactly.
fish for dinner, that is fine with me. We'll keep on trekking.
Wait,
got
I was
plenty
told
of,
not. I was told not to hunt anything. Fish hunt. I'm confused
You
now.
were told
Can
not
I?
to hunt. Fishing is not hunting.
Disagree.
But like,
I would
I
think
also
fishing
disagree.
is hunting.
Hunting is the act of collecting animals from the wild to then feed yourself.
does anybody have a fishing rod?
No,
I have a pole.
but we have food.
I have clausies.
We have food, yeah. We have plenty of
That's
food.
true.
I
We
have-
should be
Also,
good.
yes. I think we're like 3 hours into a 3-day hike, so the fact that we're thinking about fishing now is a concern.
All right.
Hanger, lead the way. Lead the way,
Onward.
sir.
That's like being 15 minutes on a road trip and thinking like, oh, hey, I could use a pit stop at the 7-Eleven.
Actually, I wouldn't do that. Yeah. Actually,
You're in trouble.
As you continue onward, I am going to need everyone to make a perception check, but Imre and
Ooh.
Drizzt, you're going to make it with advantage.
Okay.
Well,
This is not my
What
day.
What does it mean to make it with advantage versus not?
You
Roll
roll
two
two
dice.
dice.
You take the
D20s
larger-
and you take the
Oh.
higher.
Okay, otherwise I just
I
roll
got
a
a
d20 with my wisdom plus my perception bonus.
But what if you really need another coffee? or
just
Twizzlers?
your perception bonus,
Thank
not
you,
your wisdom,
Shark
because your wisdom's
Shepherd.
already
Thank
accounted
you
for
for
in your perception.
understanding. Thank you.
Wait, what? So what is my perception then?
You just roll
Whatever it
perception.
says in the-
you just
in
roll
your-
a
yeah.
d20 plus your bonus. It should be under.
Okay, well no, but now I'm confused. 'Cause I've got perception, my wisdom, and I've got passive perception.
Passive
No,
perception
perception.
is one I don't have you roll for it. Perception is what I need from you.
I got
So that's
an
just a d20 plus
11.
whatever the plus 3 is under wisdom, right?
Yes.
Okay, I got a 5.
Perfect.
16.
Vincent, you're very, very muted. I can't normally read lips. I can read their lips. And it was, no, I'm not. Oh my god.
There you are.
Hey!
Hey.
A dirty, slutty 20.
Megan, what did you roll again? Sorry, I was distracted.
Did I say 18 or did I say 19? I don't have my D20 on the.
Either
I,
way
put it
is
back.
totally good. Kelly rolled a 5.
Okay.
Lauren and Stu, what were your rolls again?
11.
16.
I'm not rolling good.
Okay. So, again, Hiriel and Drizzt, as you're walking, you hear out of the corner of your ear what sounds like static, but it's not like you're hearing it, it's like you're feeling it at the corner of your brain, the slight buzzing as you whip your head around. The same lady in white standing just off at the edge of your distance.
About how many feet is it?
A lot.
It helps.
I don't know, man. I can move fast.
Oh no.
More than you have, because hello stream, before you even have the chance to open your mouth to say something, she is gone. Hello, are you licking my fingies? So cute. No, we're gonna stay away from the candle. I know it smells nice, but you, my dear, are flammable. You're very flammable. You are flammable. Yeah. Cats can catch on fire, they can.
Poof.
So are we pretty sure that this is the white lady, that everybody's talking about? Because
The White Witch or something like that.
white witch, white lady,
I'm trying to find my notes.
The white lady
The
whose name is
Lady of the
Karen.
Lake and her liquor girl.
No, that would be Sabrina Carpenter that everyone's talking about.
Yeah, she leaves quite an impression. 5 feet to be precise.
Because it seems to me, and because we're the only two people who can say this, that if we follow her, she's just gonna keep getting further away and further away and leading us away and leading us away, and we're gonna get lost. Or worse, we're gonna die.
Let's see if I can do this. You get the distinct feeling that you're being watched.
Oh, that was very good.
That
That
Very,
hit
very
the
good.
same as like the Guardian piano noise.
Thank you, Shock Trooper.
This is why last time you did it, I had to be like, can you say the word authority?
Authority.
If I had glasses, I would throw them.
Did you say you had glasses?
Yeah,
It's a bit.
you know, Method Man's son.
Who?
Or Method Man's
Yeah,
dad,
also-
sorry.
I'll explain later.
Who?
Ryan Coogler's
I'll
brother.
explain later.
Michael B. Jordan's body
wait,
double.
he's a brother. Ah, there we go. Wait.
Oh,
Oh.
now I know who you're talking
Oh my God, I covered my man's in orange peels. I love them. I love them so much.
All right. Well,
Oh, go ahead.
so she's following us. That much is clear.
Just keeping an eye on us. Not a good. It's not good. Should probably tell the others.
What do we
huh?
do? What do we do when we have someone who's following us and watching our every move that we don't want?
I don't think. I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's a way that we're gonna get her to stop following us.
I mean, I
She's
have an idea.
watching. Your
but I
last
feel like
idea
I'm gonna
was
die from it. I feel like I'll die from exposure if I do said idea.
Listen, you'll forgive me if I'm a little wary because your last idea did not. Anyway, oh god, yeah, no, I don't want to die from exposure either. I hate this place already. I think we should just move on.
I hate it
and-
here.
I hate it here.
I hate it here.
It's bad.
Yeah, I am plumb out of ideas on that one. I want to need some time to think on how to change the frame there.
We need more information on this lady. I think once we get to the tribe, maybe we can ask them more about her. Maybe that'll give us some ideas.
Fill in the details.
And obviously I'll rope everyone else in on this of the fact that like
We're being watched.
circle everyone in, like we're being followed and we're being watched. And right now there's not much we can do about it because it is almost certainly. I'm just gonna do it in character. It is most certainly the white lady.
The white lady?
Why are the person like fucking Karen again?
Fucking
Oh my
Karen.
god,
Sorry, that's
Legolas,
my
you
mom's
cannot
name.
just ask people why they're white.
God.
So
You put a shopping cart in the wrong spot, didn't you? Now she's just following you to the end of time. She's not gonna let it go.
to be fair, the shopping cart test is a legitimate test.
Bad example.
Right.
Hanger, continue, sir. Lead us.
Yeah. As we walk, Hanger, what do you know about the Frost Maiden?
Well, I mostly know that she's bad news. She can cause the weather to change, allegedly. And also, there's a fairly concerning rumor that if she gets enough sacrifices, she can bring back icing death, which is a problem.
And what is that exactly?
Logistical question. Icing Death is a white dragon. An ancient white dragon. Logistical issue. How does he form? For that to happen? He uses old bones? Or is it just kind of new from the earth?
Legend has
sprouts
it
out of
she
nowhere.
has to have the corpse or the skeleton or something that remains of icing death. The rest of it is left up to our imagination, and frankly, I don't want to know what spectral skeleton dragon claws feel like as they rip through my gut.
Probably not great.
Valid.
So
Yeah.
Driz pulls out
Probably
his phone and is
not
immediately
great, yeah.
frantically texting Alara.
Driz, I have questions. Not you. No, your character. I have questions. Vincent, why would you do this? Vincent, I need to have a word with you. Why?
Oh boy.
Does...
Why?
Who has sending?
Let me-
Can anybody send?
I don't think we're high enough level for that.
Did you just shake
We're still
your
level
head?
1.
Me?
No, Imre.
Oh.
I don't have sending.
Emery
Wait,
does, but it's with a specific person.
Is it
I only
now?
have sending with one person.
Do you now?
It's only for one person.
Is it?
DM. Are you withholding information from me about an item that I have, DM?
Dun dun dun!
What do you guys
Why?
think is my job here? What are you guys under the impression that my role is here?
You
Literally-
are all
You
knowing,
torture
all
us?
powerful.
Wait. No,
Gaslight,
you
girl,
literally,
boss,
I
manipulate.
literally have it written. It only
That?
goes to Isra.
Does it now?
I don't know who does it.
Clarify.
Of sending connects to another
Isra.
earring of sending.
Any
Unfortunately,
earring of sending?
nowhere in any description that someone has made for an earring of sending or a standing stone does it say that it is a specifically matched pair. A loophole that I frankly am happy to exploit.
Bro.
Do you want to test your luck and see who you know that may have an earring of sending?
Well, duh. Yes,
Have any
of
of
course.
you rolled perception to actually see what the residents of the keep are kitted out with at any given time?
No.
I know Dark Glass has boots of speed. That's what I got.
Yeah.
I have not.
He has boots of ludicrous speed, no less, based on how he moves.
Yes. Get out the way.
Move, bitch.
Get out the way.
That's
Sorry.
not ludicrous, I think.
It is.
No, he said
ludicrous.
get out the way. That's just move, bitch. Get out. Never mind.
Ludicrous speed.
He said move.
Then Boots
That's all-
really said,
that's all
"Get
it
back,
took me."
motherfucker! You don't know me like that."
My God, they've
I
gone
love the
plaid.
arms in that video. Okay.
So you're saying this earring that I've been wearing this whole time can connect me to somebody else that's not Isra?
I don't know. Can it?
Okay.
Have you tried?
Poosh. Yeah.
No, because you only went to one person, so I figured it only went to one person.
I also told you all in your session zeros to pay close attention to how I phrase things.
Do you know how long ago that was? Oh my goodness. All right, what was your what was your theory or your query?
You
Let's go.
get 25 words.
I need to get a message out to Alara.
Does she have an earring? of
Give me a
sending?
second here. Yeah, give me a second.
Probably, now that I think about it, because that's kind of like the Avengers earpiece kind of situation.
Why did the? Never mind. I'm not even gonna go into Avengers lore. I don't know enough about it.
No, there's just how they're always like talking to each other on an earpiece.
Yeah, that sounds like telecommunications, modern day telecommunications.
No,
Wasn't
like
that actually like a
physical earpiece.
well? Wasn't that actually like a mess up because they didn't talk about that in the original movies, and so then from then on they had to like touch their ear and be like la 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 la, because people were like, why can they talk to each other?
Yeah, because there's
Like,
nothing.
someone
about
Okay,
any
of
other-
the Marvel universe, I have watched a couple of the Iron Man movies, maybe a Captain America
my
movie,
goodness, you're
and
gonna
I
get yourself
think maybe one of the Avengers
tangled.
movies.
I just always assumed they had an earpiece in.
I think it became like a big deal in the first Avengers movie, and then after that they had earpiece. Like it was said they had earpieces,
Some nerd made it a big deal, and then they had to make it a thing.
right? I could be totally wrong. I don't know.
Again, I know practically nothing about the Marvel universe.
I know too much, and That is not a problem.
There's just too much to keep track of, just like Star
Okay.
Wars anymore. At one point, I was competitive in Star Wars trivia, not anymore.
Yes. What's up, Vince?
Sorry, I'm having to count as I'm like.
Imagine if sending was 25 characters instead of words.
Oh God.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I have enough problem with words and characters.
I have the
and
message as succinct as I possibly can.
Okay. You know, why don't we before you tell me, why don't we check and see if this worked first? Because, you know.
Okay, just give out a. Well, you only can only use it so
I
many
don't
times.
know. Like I usually just
time.
just like flick it and say like is if Esra is there, but like.
Have you ever tried it more than once in a day?
No, I only did it that one time.
Okay.
I like it. That's why I wear it. It's cute. It's got an ear on it.
Can you hear me now?
Okay. Ready?
Okay.
Alara, move Icing Death Skull back to my counting house safe. Increase warding, must be protected, resurrection imminent.
I'm gonna say exactly that. Like flick the earring and say exactly that, but like questioning.
It's silent for a few moments. When you get back. Counting house. Bad idea. More warding here. Fuck. Shit. Putting it in storage. Safe. We'll try to find the hold. Promises. Yeah.
Oh gods, it worked. And then say exactly word for word, including the curse words of what was said.
So, in the original campaign that Alara was from, her first one, she started with her druid's staff. It was missing a crystal in the head, and she thought that it was really plain. So as she went along, she collected trinkets from the battlefield, from bodies from significant fights, and one of those things was a mysterious earring shaped like an ear.
Nice.
And I don't think our friend knew it at the time, but going into this, when I was reviewing everything she had, I knew that I wanted it to be an earring of sending, because that is what that description is. I think he was just like, oh, haha, earring. But yeah, it hangs from her staff along with a bunch of other trinkets that you guys should take a look at sometime.
Wow. Fun.
Also, did you guys know that they have a flying castle?
What? Who is a flying
No.
castle?
Wait, who? Like,
Who did?
Drizzt,
Drizzt has a
Alara,
flying castle?
Gerard, and our favorite lost orc.
It wasn't the orc. It was Stu's Dragonborn in that one.
Oh, it was your Dragonborn. We haven't introduced your Dragonborn yet. So partially because
I can't remember
the
remember
character.
his name.
The non-meat eating dragonborn.
Yeah.
Yep, vegetarian.
The non-alcohol
wait, isn't it
drinking
non-meat
dragonborn.
dragonborn?
Vegetarian. You mean
You know,
vegetarian?
vegetarian
What was that character's name? I
Fuck.
can't remember it. You were bronze though.
Oh god, I think I have his sheet somewhere. I got.
If you find it, let me know. I'll let you have access to
I have
it.
I have the miniature of it somewhere too. I think you guys have the miniature of it.
Yeah, we have it.
Or Lance has it.
Yeah,
Oh,
if we don't
God.
have it, Lance has it. Because Lance has my original Alara. I have
One
the
of-
updated Alara. He has the original Alara.
I think it's in my scribe. I think it's in my old tablet. I'll have to go charge it up and see if I can find it. I totally forgot about
Still.
him. Oh yeah.
As you continue to walk, you come upon an abandoned building, burned, the shell hollowed out, cracked beams collapsing under the weight of the snow. Stone walls stand like an edifice to something that once was. As the wind whips through the building, it makes an absolutely ungodly wailing.
Oh God.
Well, I was going to suggest we stop here, but man, I cannot stand. My ears hurt. My ears are very sensitive, and that sound hurts.
How many hours / miles are we into our journey at this point?
You are 6 hours into your journey. Sorry, you are 9 hours into your journey. That's 3 events.
Let's
A day of travel is 8 to 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna investigate the shack just for anything that might be hiding of danger. Does anyone want to accompany me?
I'll
Make a quick
accompany
in and
you.
out?
I'll take a look around the perimeter.
I will. I'll go with Emery.
As you all make your way around the wailing shack, you realize it's less of a shack, and that at one time, it appears this building was once a monastery. Remnants of fine stained glass, wrought iron, decaying pews, and a crumbling pulpit stand in memory of what once was. The building is empty. Long
is there
forgotten
any
to the
way-
people of this land.
Is there any way of checking which god this was a monastery for, or would all that stuff have crumbled away?
I think I technically have some historical knowledge potentially of that.
As you look at it, it's unapparent. This building bears no markings. And where you would expect to find them, you find only massive claw marks and burn scars.
I'm guessing this is from icing death. He's
Not icing death.
These claw
Icing
marks?
death's a white dragon.
So there's
Oh.
nothing discernible about these ruins.
Nope, just that it was
Who they belong
once a-
to?
Nope.
We best want to keep moving then. Nothing left here. It's just ash and dust.
I wanted to see what
Whatever
that
was here has
screaming
been-
was, but
What?
It's just
I
the
wanted to see what
sound
that
of the wind
screaming was.
whipping through the
Yeah.
different shapes of what is left through of the building.
Let's press on then. Anything that was here, whatever did this made sure that there was no memory left.
As you travel further along your path, you find the most magical patch of frozen flowers. Their colors still vibrant underneath the ice.
Hmm.
As you
Can I do a
pass
nature check?
through- Yeah.
Never mind.
No, you can.
Can
Okay,
I do Can I do Arcana?
You also can.
15?
Dang, that's
15 on the nature.
13
Okay.
from me.
Yes.
13 on Arcana, I'm gonna say doesn't give you anything, but
I've been rolling the same two numbers all night. 11s.
My One Ring dice have been doing pretty good tonight.
you know these to be autumn crocus, primrose, and hellebore.
Oh my god, why does this sound familiar?
All of them are commonly used in alchemy to make things like
Oh, that's why.
salves, potions.
Ooh. Because our hag friend asked to bring anything we find back, would I be able to like chop away
Oh no!
at the ice?
No, we
Oh.
lost Kelly.
Kelly! Would I be able to chop away at the ice to get some of those?
You don't even need to. As you reach down, you feel that these flowers are still very much fresh and growing. You can simply
Ooh.
pluck them.
I'm gonna pick a few of them and put them in my haversack.
Okay. Don't mind me, I'm just stretching. Hanger turns to you all and goes, well, I'd say it's about a day's travel. Do you guys feel safe camping here? I mean, we're a little out in the open, but there's not much out here that's not out in the open. Sort of is what it is. We can
Seems like
make
a
snow
solid
How far are we-
barrier to break the wind.
How far are we away from the structure we decided to abandon?
Oh, like 3 hours away.
Yeah, like 3 hours.
Okay.
I don't mind sitting up camp here. I mean, I don't need a ton of sleep. I can take watch.
For those of you who have ads, this is
Right.
your 3-minute warning.
Actually, looking at everyone, I'm pretty sure watch can best be handled by Emery and myself, split up into two shifts.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You guys are more than welcome to do that. I will take my night's rest here.
Well,
If anyone wants to join me in my tent, you're more than welcome.
Oh, you brought your own tent.
being a
I have my own bedroll. I don't really need a tent, I guess. I just need my bedroll.
you're gonna need a
want
tent.
Oh,
You're gonna want a
wanna-
tent.
You're gonna want to be inside the tent, my man.
Thankfully,
We have
for
a-
you
we have a
guys-
big
I
tent.
thought we only had the one tent. The tent only holds 2 people. We have 5.
It's a bigger tent.
It's not.
Yeah,
that
we have
kind
one of the-
tent.
You said proper tent. A proper tent holds 2 people.
No,
No,
a proper tent
this
for
is
this condition.
The proper tent. This is an item.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Oh, fancy. Is it like
The magic.
Is
Is
it
it
bigger
a
on the
glamping
inside?
tent?
bigger on the inside, kind of like
That's-
Doctor
yeah.
Who?
Well, let's set up the tent and find out.
All right.
As you
If either of
clear
you need
away the
company
snow
during-
to make
I'm
level
still a
ground.
space heater if anyone needs it.
Oh, this would
Picture
explain why
Dory,
someone
like,
mentioned the furnace
crawling up
key.
into your armpit, like, keep me warm, I'm little.
I hate the snow. Please.
Our tiny desert dweller. As you clear out space for the tent, you're remembering Alara told you, make sure to keep a 15-foot kind of bubble around the center
That's
pole
right.
wherever you stake it into.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. As you stake it into
So-
the ground, and you get the little kind of like front porch tarp all nice and set up, you're kind of looking at it and going, it's a big tent. Do I... Oh, right! The furnace key! That probably. That's...
Mhm.
She said don't forget it. And go ahead and roll perception for me, Vincent.
$19.
You're kind of like... You watch him, like, all around the tent on the outside trying to find something. And as he comes around to the back, he goes, oh, right, this weird, like, stiff panel thing. He sticks the furnace key in, and as you hear a the tent straightens itself up and begins to emit a soft light through the windows. You can't quite see through them, but they're there. The front looks cozy and inviting, almost as if the tent stood up straight and proper to welcome you. It also, ever so politely, rolls out a doormat for you.
Oh.
Convenient.
That's no tent.
Wipe your feet.
Doc gets in and starts to make himself cozy.
As you duck into the tent and you stand up, you are greeted by deep greeny blue canvas walls that stretch further and further back. As you look
Excuse me, what
along
color?
one wall, all the ones you can't see. Right.
Oh,
Oh.
brown.
An
As
abyss.
you see the
That's all you
wall
see.
stretches towards the back, you see what almost look like little nooks, like little proper bunks, with rooms and a trunk at the end of each bed, with little canvas curtains. On the back wall, a furnace with a proper little iron stove. The tent is seemingly furnished itself. The floor is
Zipporah
even
runs to
covered
the-
in tapestries and rugs.
Aw.
Oh, that's great.
Zipporah runs to the bed closest to the furnace and goes, dibs, and curls up.
Zipporah runs to the back of the tent and just like dives in to the last little cubby.
Literally.
You hear the distinct creak of like a tiny wooden bed as she curls up like a big old cat, cozy in the warmth and glow of the tent. Would anyone like to make a perception check for me?
Yes.
I
I
would.
would.
100% yes.
I
Yeah,
don't trust
18.
this
different
shit.
dice.
Oh yeah, I need a different die. This one's not been other than my first nat 20.
I cannot roll higher than 13, so this is a 12.
I got a 9.
Natural 20.
Your dice loaded.
This is actually a different set. I've been using all of my sets today.
Oh lord. 6. I am not very perceptive this evening. Today. And this set goes into the dungeon.
I got
have
an
a
18.
6 perception too.
Tristan Doc, as you look around, where everyone else sees plasticky windows, seemingly a little magic-y looking, you see through to the outside, watching the snow fall peacefully. You have a perfect
Stream cat.
view. You also notice that Hanger is out there building a protective ice wall by himself.
Oh, so we have an Eskimo
Aw.
out there for us.
He was.
I'll flag everyone
I
like,
thought he
hang
was with
on.
us inside.
Go to the door and
Go.
open it up.
Pop outside.
Hanger,
Yeah.
Which,
come on in. Come on
Yeah,
in,
bud.
buddy.
Oh, I'm building an ice wall to protect us from the wind so that the tent doesn't get blown over, and so we have protection. We're less easily spotted. If you build an ice wall, things are less likely to creep up on you, and it just generally makes it a little bit more cozy.
As much as Imre hates the snow, she's gonna help him.
yeah.
Okay.
She sees the wisdom in what he's trying to tell them.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like we won't need it, but also I'd rather have it and not need it
Yeah.
than need it and not have it. I would rather not have to rouse everyone because, oh, hey, this thing found us when we could have just built an ice wall.
And plus, with the
I
more of
will
us helping, it'll
say-
get done quicker.
Yeah, with you guys helping, it takes you maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. It does not take you very long at all. As Hanger steps into the tent for the first time, he goes, well, shit, I was just gonna build my own, but damn, y'all are cozy. This is excellent. I'm just gonna... Is there a bunk for me? I don't even care. I'll sleep on the floor.
Yeah, there
Fuck it.
is.
There is
Get
a bunk.
over here.
There
Get a
is
bunk.
an extra bunk.
This tent sleeps a maximum of 8.
Wow.
Fancy.
Yeah, as you guys all settle in and you pull out some of the packs from your ration pack. Well, who wants to start pulling out foodstuffs?
I will. I'm famished.
Roosevelt, as you start pulling out packs from the backpack, you noticed that these aren't simply packs of cured meats. These are full dishes that have been wrapped up, each one ever so carefully. And on one side, they're labeled, this side up.
Okay, did I pack them correctly?
Yes, you packed them correctly.
Okay.
As you,
So I mean, I guess
you're trying to parse out what you're looking at, and you just kind of stick it on top of the stove. And as it begins to heat up, the top puffs up a bit and starts releasing steam. And you realize, oh, holy shit! She gave me freezer meals! What?
chicken.
Oh, I'm not gonna sing what I was about to sing.
Sorry, Fifth Element thing.
No, you're good.
No,
Yeah,
you're so
you
good.
guys are real cozy. Who wants to take first watch?
I will.
What do you all do while Imre takes her watch?
We're
I'm
talking,
gonna
what
enter my
hour is
trance.
it?
At this point, it's about 10 bells at night.
So completely dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am going to enjoy my meal and go to bed for now.
All right.
I'll enter my trance.
Okay.
I will chow down and just crawl into bed and just
Zippora.
Is Hanger still awake?
Hanger's still awake. He appears to be whittling.
Zipporah's gonna go over to Hanger and just like kind
I
of
figured him more of a scrimshaw guy, but
She's gonna do some more shit disturbing.
and just she's gonna like take a seat next to him. She's like quiet for a moment, lets him do his thing before finally speaking up, and she's just gonna be like, out of character. It's like the tribe of the elk. That's where he's from. Yeah, so she's just simply like, the tribe of the elk. What's it like over there? At least on a non time when the tribe of the bear is going after you all.
He just. In the good times, we're craftspeople, we're artisans and hunters, we're warriors, yes, but we're mostly warriors because we provide food for our tribe and our families. It's a cozy life, a simple life. We used to be able to rely on the other tribes for help. Whatever's corrupting them, it's not corrupting my enemies. And I think that's the hardest part for me. It's corrupting people I also protect, people I also provide for. Because in the best of times, when they celebrate, we celebrate. We are all members of Tribe Ragnar. We did not used to be so separated. And any win was cause for celebration indeed. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's very beautiful, actually. What do you think started the whole situation with the tribe of the bear? Just out of nowhere, they just decided, fuck these guys, and started attacking, or
The Iron Dwarves. They're miners. One day, they dug out some ore that looked a little different. Almost like what you would probably know as obsidian. Black glass. Cold to the touch. At first, they begin to make trinkets and weapons and beautiful, beautiful pieces from it. Until they began to descend into madness. When they fractured, half of them continued to sell these weapons. the other half protected. When they did, they sold these weapons to any people they could. Tribe of the Bear, they've always been better hunters than we have. It's why they are the bear. They are the teeth and the claws. We are the strength of Ragnar.
Mm. Is there
Some
any
of
sort of
them
like
just decided, I guess, that maybe the way to fix it was by appeasing the Frost Maiden. That in and of itself is an act of lunacy beyond what I can possibly realistically describe. It's a double-edged sword. She tears apart tribes, civilizations, families, demands sacrifice in her name. And yet, historically, it does nothing in return. Why, you'll hear some of us call her the Ice Queen.
on an out of character note, GM, is there anything I could roll like to this the way that Hanger's describing this black this obsidian like material? It's making me the player think maybe that's that black ice.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that I could roll to maybe see if there is some kind of correlation?
You don't need to roll. It's clear in your mind that what he's describing to you is exactly what the hag described. Shards of black ice, rich in magical power, wrought with corruption, and so easily abused.
I don't know much about this stuff, but from how you describe this story, it sounds like we should probably, I don't know, somehow get our hands on these creations, but then taking away a whole bunch of weapons and jewelry from keep that like it's like taking down, because they can always just get more, isn't it?
It must be destroyed at any cost. The only way we are safe is if we destroy their ability to mine it. And we huck every last bit of jewelry and weaponry and trinket back down the hole from whence it came.
Yeah, no, that's actually probably a lot better than what I was thinking. I'd like to hear your opinion on it, because obviously your people are the ones being affected by this. But so the hag we mentioned in town, the one who runs the apothecary, she would like us to bring her some of that black ice if we can get a hold of it. Her reasoning is just so she can study a way to essentially combat whatever is coming back and causing this stuff to pop up again. What are your thoughts on that?
Legend speaks of a very special kind of hag. One whom, while not being in combat with any of her coven brothers and sisters, is seemingly of another ecosystem entirely. A hag who, by all accounts, is something kinder, something sweeter. If this apothecary has caused no problems within the town, I am inclined to believe that perhaps legend is true. And if that is the case, a sweet hag could be a hells of a thing to have on our side. If we cannot bury the black ice, short of Elminster Almar, I could not think of a being more capable of channeling such magic back upon itself. Hags are... there's something special. Almost nature's response to the cruelty of humanity. And if nature has sent her, I am inclined to trust in that and to have faith in a sweet, sweet hag. Though perhaps it's my cold-addled brain and a little bit of desperation speaking.
Thank you for that. I mean, like I was saying, I want to trust and I want to believe her. I just also, hearing your story, I didn't want to have those two kind of conflict each other in the case that they did. And yeah, that's mostly all I really had right now. I'll let you get back to your whittling. If you're still awake later on, do you think you could give Imre some company? Maybe chat with her.
Of course.
For some of
It
her
is
watch.
probably time that I fetch her from her watch anyway. You keep calling her Imre. You mean Piriel? Yes?
Piriel. Yes.
Okay. I am familiar with people who are of two names, and I want to be respectful of which they choose. In the same manner you were so respectful of my opinion as a tribesman. Thank you for that. And I will go fetch her. She should probably sleep.
Oh, yes.
And
so should I.
Wake the Unia.
And, yeah,
Hanger
she's gonna
comes
check
out.
for that.
Piriel, you don't have to try to stay awake anymore. You can come in. I'm gonna wake the other one.
Oh, thank God. Rush in. It's freezing. It's cold outside. Oh, thank God. And literally plants herself in front of the fire.
Her little hairs that are in front of her face have turned to tiny icicles.
Oh no.
All her baby hairs are freezing off. Her fringe
Not the baby hair.
Not the baby hair.
her fringe is melting as she sits next to the fire. Hanger comes over and places a hand on your shoulder, Driz, and goes, seems like your turn's up. Do you need any company,
Yep.
or am I okay to catch some shut-eye?
No, I'll be okay. I'm gonna have an idea. But
Oh boy.
I'll be good.
I'm not even going to ask. And he trudges over to a bed and plants himself face down, just falls directly in, boots still hanging over the end of the bed. Tell me about your watch.
Would you allow me to take my panther form for the duration of watch?
I would.
Then I will be doing that.
As your watch passes, pacing, paw over paw, leaving deep, footed prints in the snow. It's peaceful out here. You walk down the road a bit. You pace your way back towards the tent, doing small laps occasionally around the wall of snow that you have made to beat the cold. And your watch passes without incident. Morning comes, but there are no birds in this wasteland. Only a vaguely discernible presence of sunlight through the storm. You can see a little better, but still you remain in the vast nothingness. And that is where I will leave you all for the night.
Right.
In the vast nothingness.
In the vast nothingness.
It's very emo.
Good grief. Oh, let's see. That was a good session, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
What a
you.
non-stressful way to end the session too.
Yeah, we
I
didn't
know,
die.
right?
No one got.
Rarely does that happen.
I
Kelly,
know,
you're
I think
muted.
the most concerning thing that happened was I almost turned into a were. I mean, I did.
Yeah,
turn
it was
into
real
a
dicey in the
were-rat.
beginning.
Kelly, I didn't catch anything you said. You're muted. I saw you talking, but
Oh, where is? Oh, she's still
Sorry,
muted.
what?
I didn't
Oh.
catch anything you said. You were muted. I saw you
Oh
talking.
yeah,
and I
no,
was
like you were saying that. Okay, now I think I have two different things going on. I just finally started like joining the Twitch thing, and now I'm all fucked up. And now I'm hearing myself in delay.
Oh no.
oh yeah.
Yeah, you might want to turn down the volume or mute it.
Yeah, I mute
You
the
can
volume
mute it
when I have it on my
by
laptop.
hovering over the video, and there will be a little
I think I did.
loudspeaker. Yeah.
Yeah, so if it's
Okay.
you shouldn't hear yourself at that point. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I got myself all fucked up there. I thought I was just finding somebody else because it didn't even sound like me. Anyway, no, so yeah, no, definitely nicer to end on a quiet note than massacring an entire building when we're supposed to. The DM being like, "Fuck y'all."
Oh, we're just gonna
Yeah.
casually
Bye.
change the history of the
Last
world.
week was tragic.
Well, it didn't help too that like you kept rolling just dog
Terrible.
shit, and we were
For
just
shit.
rolling rocks.
You're
I
rolls
put
were
9
horrible.
different D20s in dice jail. 9!
DM's
prison
carefully
system like that,
planned
Jesus.
adventure. DM's actual carefully planned adventure.
How it started, how it's going.
Well, I guess on that note, I'll thank everyone for hopping in and watching with us and spending some time with us tonight. What do you
Thanks to
guys
the
wanna
raiders who
leave
came by.
Um,
Thank you
Who do we
for
want
being
to
here.
raid?
Thank you all.
Who's still streaming at this hour too?
There's Drunken Dragons,
Oh, that's
Blackwater
cute.
D&D,
Ooh.
or Captain Robert, who's running Curse of Strahd.
Oh, I love Curse of
Ooh.
Strahd.
I've
Do we want to
never
Curse of
played
Strahd, or
that.
do we
and I've
want to
always
raid
wanted to.
somebody's homebrew? Let's
Ooh,
raid
let's
these
do a
guys. These guys
homebrew.
have these guys have 24 viewers, and they look like they are having an excellent time. Let's raid
Ooh,
them.
fun. Let's go.
Shall
Let's
we?
do it.
Let's go.
Raid
Yes.
time. Raid train. Raid train.
Perfect.
Raid. Train. Do we have a raid emote? We have hype train.
All right. Before I hit raid, say goodnight, everyone.
Good night.
Good night,
everyone.
we love you. We will see you next week.
Thank you so
Oh,
much
was
for
next
being
week the week
here.
we're off?
Nope. One more week.
No, it's not. Okay.
Week
One more
following.
week.
And until next time, we'll see you in the realms. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
I need to change my scenes, but I lost my mouse. Outro.
It's one of your fucking monitors.